for buyers interested in moving. As a seller, it's a great time to sell through a realtor and gain access to many buyers, not just one or two. If you are a buyer, having more homes to pick from give you better choices before you buy. Our market is now more balanced between a buyer and seller market than we've seen since 2019. Get the facts, see the inventory, get a great local lender to help you, and an agent that's going to look after your interests. For all the facts, call Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group, 221-2883 or 551-0225.
Hi, it's me, Flo, here to tell you that with the Progressive Home and Auto Bundle, you get 24/7 protection, so you're covered no matter where the day takes you.
Even bad hair day?
Yep.
And tree branch fell on my car day?
Especially that day. Progressive has you covered 24/7 for your home and auto.
How about thought it was chicken, but it was tuna day? Or overnight construction outside my bedroom day?
Those days too.
Great, because that was each day this week.
Been there. Well, at least your home and auto are covered every day with Progressive.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from IQ Bar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
Most protein bars are packed with sugar, carbs, and unpronounceable ingredients. There's a much better option. I'm Will, and I crafted IQ Bar plant protein bars with clean, functional, delicious ingredients to empower doers like you with superior brain and body fuel.
Now you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping when you text IQ Bar to 64,000. That's IQ Bar to 64,000.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome into the program, Friday edition of the show. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader and Troy Carrico here in the studio with me. How you two gentlemen doing today?
All right, a little busy, but we're good.
Just a little busy?
A little busy.
And we started off by eating a little bit before
yes,
we got on air. You went by Smokehouse Pit
I
Barbecue.
went by Smokehouse this morning. I was over that way. I knew that we always talk about Smokehouse. I know we always tell Troy that we're going to bring him some Smokehouse.
Yeah.
I made it happen today with a variety of sauces.
And
like
I tried
with the white sauce.
I went with their white barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
I'd never tried theirs. I always go with the spicy. It's daggum good.
Yeah, I saw you.
Tangy, peppery.
Yeah.
It's the right stuff. And on a pulled pork sandwich like that.
Oh, it was great.
And then just snacking on that okra.
The okra, yeah, and we got some tea.
Tea.
Yeah. Life is good right now.
Yeah, like we're going to have to give you a second to bite into this thing.
Well, you know what? I'm going to do it in between a break here. I'm just going to live vicariously through you guys. My question is, did you get your selector switch set to the right setting on your weapon?
I don't even know what that means. I saw your post.
I used the AI and make it a video thing.
No,
So it's got the selector
it.
switch on the most modest setting on there, actually. So.
No, I thought you were talking about my personal life for a
Me
second.
too.
Is your selector switch on, Joey? Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's on.
Anyway, goodness. Folks, get by Smokehouse Pit Barbecue. Like, it just put me in a better mood after munching down on that sandwich.
They're doing some expansion over there.
Yeah, very cool.
So literally, I called my order in. I was probably 7 minutes away. I got there, got to the bar, said 2 words to Ellie, who's one of the best waitresses they have there.
Mm-hmm.
She had my food ready to go.
All right.
I mean, just that quick, guys. It was great.
So take out, dine in.
Yep.
And then, of course, on a Friday evening, a Saturday evening, they're going to have live entertainment.
That's right.
And you can get an adult beverage, enjoy the
Mm-hmm.
great barbecue and some friendship, fun. They got it going on.
Yeah, they do.
And I love seeing them expand.
Me too.
So y'all check them out today. Same location they've always been, Main Street in Millbrook. And tell Chris, Celeste, the whole great team there that Eddie and Joey and Troy, those fellas on the radio, sent you. So where to begin today? Where to begin?
Friday.
Because I admit my anger is somewhat subsiding. It's still there, though, as soon as I start looking at social media.
I have some therapy thoughts about that.
Yeah?
So I was doing a little bit of bragging about somebody I know that has a flamethrower to my partner, Hannah. And she's like, why haven't we gone and shot this? And I thought, you know what? Joey's got some rage right now.
Yeah.
And he needs to get it out of his system. I think a 20-second run on that flamethrower.
Well, here's let you know, I did my my fall cleaning. I disassembled it, put it back together. She's ready to roll. I measured the distance of the first person we did, 46 feet.
Are you
So
kidding
you can
me?
reach out and touch something with it. It's a steady stream. Yeah.
I mean, that could help. I think that might.
Oh, there's nothing that makes you feel better than blowing stuff up, Joe.
Just destroying
and then
things?
I got tannerite.
Tannerite.
We could shoot some tannerite. And I got some.
Yeah,
you
but
would
don't
like
you get
it.
addicted to it?
No, not really. No, it's actually a letdown when you really live fire at something alive. but my point is I've got these dummies. My friend had an old store, retail store, and they're half naked men dummies, and we could put some tannerite. You could just like
yes, grand
maybe
idea.
You could do a commercial with one of
That's
those.
what
We could make
Hannah
a
and I were
commercial,
thinking was,
we're going
hey,
to
we could
blow
do
the
some
prices
videos,
away
yeah.
for you.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like that is. I
Why
think
don't
that's
we-
a pretty healthy
fall.
way of getting out
Yeah,
there.
Well, it's fall. It's fall. It's getting cooler.
Yep.
So let's get a fall
That's what
day
I say.
together, and we'll do that. I agreed.
I was thinking I more need to get like good night laid, but then I'm like, yeah, but
Well,
then
let me
with
tell you this.
who? And
We
then
put out a video.
Then there's the guilt after,
right? And then
guilt.
don't you get addicted to it? You're right.
If we put out a video of you and the flamethrower,
Yeah.
I think you'll be just
The
fine.
ladies will come
They'll
on
be
running.
lining up.
Yeah, that's
Say my
yeah,
passion, my
that's the last
passion's
thing
on
I need.
fire for someone.
There you go.
It's the last thing I need right now. It's like, go away, you're bothering me. Like a little kitten running up. Can I have some milk, sir? No
milk for you.
Actually, a little kitten did that.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna help the little kitten out. So there's stuff breaking in the news with votes in Congress.
Yeah.
I mentioned yesterday. Did y'all see that the U.S. deficit is $345 billion in August, now $1.9 trillion with one left month in the fiscal year 2025. That means for this year, Trump deficit on track to be worse than Biden's deficit last year. Tariff revenue slightly lowers the deficit from 2.4 trillion with one month left to go. So then that's a nice chunk of change, 500 billion right there that the revenues brought in. But
still going a little bit of the wrong way.
yeah, and this is why when we hear about all the wonderful things the big beautiful bill did, it's like where's the growth?
Where's it
where's the beef? Where is it?
Well, if we want
wanna
some
see it.
growth, they did a little bit of interest rate drop, but they're going to have to do something better if they want some growth.
They were right in the name of it. Big,
Right.
beautiful bill.
Bill,
Like,
yeah, exactly.
You got to pay for that bill, right?
And then Trump and President Xi of China. Apparently, they
virus.
had a phone call, and Trump has now issued a statement. We can get into the details in a second. That they have an agreement on the TikTok.
The TikTok.
The TikTok. See, and this guy over here, he's got TikTok brain.
I know he does.
This is the issue with that.
And they're spooky
And it's already
things on
happened. Last time they changed TikTok, it changed. Like, when they
They
started,
did?
yeah,
How did it change?
Suddenly, contacts that I didn't have on TikTok were in my TikTok. Suddenly, people that I might have followed on YouTube or another platform started showing up in my TikTok.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Hey, can I give you
Please.
an example of why this app is terrible?
Mhm.
My grandfather's phone.
Okay.
He can't see well enough as it is, and sometimes I have to help him to rearrange it. Like he can see well enough to run it, but like if the icons get into one folder, sometimes
yeah.
if you move them.
Yeah,
And his is a
I'm guilty of
Samsung
that.
phone,
Yep.
so it doesn't have as much of the protection as I think the iPhone
Yep,
does on
you're
the
right.
inside. And so I'm sitting there. He's like, "I got a problem with my phone." And I'm like, "Okay." And I go to settings, an ad pops up.
Yeah.
I'm not in an app.
Yeah, but he hadn't disabled.
I'm
stuff
going
yet.
to settings. So I'm like disabling all these apps, and it went away because it would take forever. Because every time I'm trying to go to the next one
Yep,
to
another
disable, another ad pops up.
Yeah.
And then you got to wait, and it's like I'm on a website or something, but it's just his phone.
Yep.
And then eventually I figure out it's the TikTok. Delete that MFR and no more ads.
You go through the settings, you can get rid of that. I don't have that issue.
Yeah, no, I'm deleting
And you
it.
can do it through
No,
Facebook.
but
All of them
and
do the
also
same
here's
thing.
the thing. I asked him, did you put TikTok on your phone? He goes, no.
What was it?
I mean, he might have done by accident.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Well,
I
maybe
don't
when
think
you're
the Chinese
gone and
man
you're not
broke in your
watching him,
house.
he's doing things that you're not aware of.
Oh, that's
Well,
fair.
I mean,
he's a
I
grown
wouldn't say he
man.
does have problems with his
He
phone.
can do
and
what
we
he
do know
wants,
how
but
you
it's
get
an
those viruses.
awful app. It's not
really.
good for your health.
How so? How so?
Look at you.
Look at me.
Right.
Styling and profiling.
Well, I saw a preview of a commercial. It looks like that's going to be. Is that on TikTok?
Yes, it is. It's got about 2,000 views right now. And
How much of your business do you think you derive out of TikTok? Roughly.
this is what I hate, and I hate it. I signed up to sell real estate.
Yes, you did.
What changed about a year, 2 years ago is suddenly you've got to be a content creator. You've
Yeah.
got to have people, eyes on you.
Okay.
So you do things for a while, and okay, that gets old. Then you got to come up with something new.
Right.
it is very frustrating, and I wish I didn't have to do it. But now we've kind of accepted it. There's fun to it, and we do like that goofy video. We did it goofily on purpose. I didn't think it was going to be edited quite so well, but yeah, it's
okay.
I would love to sell real estate, but in the world we live in, and I've said this before. I'm probably letting out a secret. Real estate is like high school. You got to feel like you're having fun, and people want to come hang out with you.
Oh, so is it really more like Dazed and Confused, that great movie from the 90s? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And all the with the
Dude,
panels.
my car.
Yeah.
And what a classic movie.
A great movie.
Right.
Great
So
movie.
I'm still not convinced that TikTok's it might be
Well,
helping with
it
your
depends on
revenue
what you-
stream, but I don't think it's good for you.
Well, I find a lot of, and you're going to mock me like crazy. For this, but
can't you get addicted to it?
I'm sure you could. You get addicted to anything. You're addicted to sugar.
I don't know.
Man, there's a theme here today.
But what I'm saying is,
You need
there's
to
a lot of things
you
I'll
need to
find
start
on
playing
TikTok.
Dungeons and Dragons. That'll be better for you.
Use your imagination.
I have to the
Roll
point
the
of
20
I wear
sided die,
glasses
Joey.
now. So yeah.
So,
But so many things I find on TikTok, and this is where you're going to mock me. I'll find news things on there,
Okay.
sure.
and then I can go find them elsewhere. But I will always, here lately especially, I've seen something on TikTok before I've seen it on mainstream news.
Sure. That's fair.
And for whatever, and I don't know why they get the jump. I don't know if there's just so many people on.
I
it or
think that's
what.
what it is. It's a good friend of ours that called in the show the other day, Dr. Bill Chitwood. He quoted, and I always use this quote: TikTok is a 15-second news cycle.
Yeah,
Everything's in
yeah.
a 15-second news cycle. It's constantly changing. It's
And that-
constantly changing.
And one thing that you
And I think
pointed
that's
out
interesting.
that I've noticed my attention span, like watching a movie,
Sure.
now, a little bit tougher than.
See, and this is
I
where
need that-
I really enjoy being able to sit down and watch like Lord of the Rings, where you just get away from the constant
Yeah.
dopamine hit and you just sink into a story.
That's
Agreed.
To me, I have to leave the country. That's the only way. I have to lose cell phone service.
So Trump put out this statement about the TikTok deal, saying, "I just completed a very productive call with President Xi of China."
China virus.
China.
China virus.
Is that how he says it?
He says China virus. Remember?
China.
China.
No, the one I used as a test to see if somebody had a stick up their butt or they actually still had a sense of humor during COVID.
Yeah.
Is Trump said, some call it the China virus, COVID, or the Kung flu.
Kung flu, baby.
And I'm
Kung
like,
flu.
if you don't laugh at Kung flu, something's wrong with you.
Exactly.
Anyway, I'm wondering, is that how he says it? I haven't heard
believe
him
he
say
does.
China in a while.
China.
Here's a montage to help me kind of remember.
You go over to China, 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 China. I love
China.
China, China,
China?
China, China. I have
China.
to have my China, China,
have to have my
China, 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 China. China, 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 China now, China, China. You know, China. I know China.
It's not just about sex.
China, 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 China.
Northwest Wisconsin, where I'm from.
It's China to me.
Stop playing with it.
Okay, I will, Lindsay. I'll
China
stop.
to me.
It's China.
to me.
So he just met with President Xi of China. We made progress on many very important issues, including trade, fentanyl, and the need to bring the war between Russia and Ukraine to an end, and the approval of the TikTok deal. By the way, I love that listing of things like trade, fentanyl, a major war in Europe, and a TikTok deal. It's just okay. I also agree with President Xi. President Trump goes on that we would meet at the APEC summit in South Korea, that I would go to China in the early part of next year, and that President Xi would likewise come to the United States at an appropriate time. The call is a very good one. We will be speaking again by phone. Appreciate the TikTok approval, and both look forward to meeting at APEC. All right. Well, okay. Two biggest powers on earth.
Yep.
Good that the two leaders seem to have a at least working relationship.
They do.
That's a big thing.
They do.
Yeah.
And as I brought up with Austin Baranko, hopefully we'll have him on here near the end of this hour. The basic question: do we, I use we loosely, does the United States government still have leverage over the Chinese? And he said, yeah.
There's a lot of leverage there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's not just military or kinetic
Right.
force or threat thereof. It's a
And it
consumer
doesn't-
nation and a
Consumer.
producer nation. So,
And it doesn't mean we necessarily get everything we want, but it means after the pressure has been put on,
Yep.
China's giving up more than we're giving
this
up.
is true.
And in particular, on some of these massive issues, the fentanyl issue, it's been around for so long. I think people kind of, well, that's part of it. But it is a toxic, hundreds of thousands of people.
Well,
dead
Yeah,
over
I don't
this
understand why it's even we're negotiating with about fentanyl. It should just be a zero tolerance period.
You have to remember, Go back to the 1840s.
Oh yeah,
and the Opium Wars.
Yep. I know, it's
The French and the British made excessive damage to the dynastic cycles there, disrupting their entire culture, getting everybody high on opium. And then when the Chinese rose up to get rid of the opium, you know what they did? They lost the war with the British and the French, and they made them pay for all the lost merchandise that the British East India Company had. And that doesn't set well with them.
Of course not.
This is their comeback.
But it's one of those.
They don't forget. They're in a long game, Eddie. They're in the long game.
That's the issue I have, though. We're fighting about things that happened. You and I had no control over.
Yeah, but the century of humiliation, that's what the Chinese call
You're
it.
right.
But you got to wonder, did one Chinaman say, like, guys, I think this might be addictive, this opium stuff. Should we do this?
Well,
I think one Chinaman's like, dude, you got to try this.
Well, it's sort of like this. Let's use us as an example. All of a sudden, Eddie's not coming to work. Troy's not coming in. Even when you call him, and he's usually there, it's just you, and you're like, it's that damn Sasquatch. He ate my lunch.
Yeah. Well, Joey's there, but he's not there at all. He's in outer space somewhere.
No, you would be pontificating like puffing out.
There'd be a lot of dead air.
Well, actually, I'd sound like Rush Limbaugh. 272-9228.
Oh, God.
That's 334-272-9228. May he rest in peace. In all seriousness. Yeah, so we got to hit another break here in a second. And let's not stretch it out too much today. Let's try to be on the up and up, on the rails. Like I'm trying to not be unhinged today, though I feel slightly unhinged.
Are you inviting me to poke the bear?
You can poke the bear if
He's
you like.
rested, I think. I think he needs.
I think so too.
You can mess with me if you like.
Good deal.
How about this? Instead of like
When you went
jumping
to
to
bed
the next
last night, did you put a hairnet on or anything?
No.
You don't wear a little.
No. Why?
Just curious, because people with long hair, they kind of do that.
He wears one of those shower caps
That's
that
what I
are
was
kind of
getting at.
ethnic, an ethnic kind of
I
shower
wondered
cap.
if it was.
I'm not against it. I don't know the whole ethnic angle you're just.
Well, it keeps your hair in place. If you get your hair did, you got to
Right.
keep it in that, so makes
Right.
it easier. Looks like you get your hair did.
Right, it's called soul. I get it.
He's gonna get braids.
Right. I know what you're saying.
Braids.
Mhm.
Cornrows.
Is that what we're going
Joey.
for?
No.
I want cornrows.
Are we getting ready for Jamaica?
No,
and
you would be
cornrows?
amazed at how little I have to do with this.
No, not really.
Step right into that.
Yeah.
So, because we can get to, and there's some touching stuff about Charlie Kirk. I don't want to
Yes.
immediately jump into
Yes, there
Rashida
is.
Tlaib and AOC and the latest on all that. But there's one story I haven't gotten to. I've just mentioned it in passing. I've been looking at it since a couple weeks ago. It didn't seem appropriate on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, or earlier in the week even. But occasionally, Citizen Free Press throws up stories from Cowboy State Daily. And so you get these stories from out west. And sometimes they're really serious, in-depth looks at like ranchers and
water rights.
Yeah,
and things like
exactly. That sort of stuff. But then also they get stories that are unique to that area.
Mm-hmm.
The headline is Young Male Moose Tries to Mate with a Wooden Moose in Montana. Yeah. So I'll just show my tablet here. This is a photo of the wooden moose and a real male moose.
Yeah.
And the wood moose is so lifelike that the male moose is mounted the mount. Yeah. And does that happen often? Like if I got like a fake dog and put it in next to the real dog in the house.
Well, I guess it depends, really. Yeah, I've seen that happen before. Moose are incredibly can't see very well. They'll even try to snuggle up to a car now and again. But the craziest thing is you see these people or fishing game mainly, they'll put a deer on the side of the road with a decoy and like 100 antlers.
Yeah.
And people know it's fake, but they can't help but stop and shoot at it and get arrested all the time.
I'm going to go conspiracy route on that.
Ooh,
that picture wasn't doctored. It was doctored in that they put some scent
now that
on the tail of
very
that
well
thing
happen.
so they could get it to hump it.
That can very well happen.
Well, and there's actually a video of this. I could look it up. But residents of Red Lodge, Montana, were amused Monday to watch a moose shared an intimate moment with an inanimate object. A young male moose tried his luck and found a receptive partner for his raging hormones. The only problem was that the other moose was a life-size wooden sculpture of a male moose outside the
You've
Roosevelt
seen
Center.
horses do their thing, right?
They're gay.
Hey,
Gay moose.
hey, listen, is he going to be an incel? Will he turn into an incel?
I don't know. I think
he's like, I tried and it won't work, and I'm angry.
What I'm a little worried about,
incel.
He's going to get addicted to it.
Well, Joey, you've said it before. At any time, people can be tricked. Maybe the moose got fooled on this one.
Won't get fooled again.
Right.
Got a splinter. Get a splinter in there. Ain't gonna work.
Kevin and Joan Owens. Kevin and Joan. Were among the crowd who stopped to witness the bizarre encounter. They couldn't resist pulling out their cameras to catch the mating moose in action. And their photos and videos of the rutting Red Lodge moose mating has since gone viral on social media. It's always somebody's first time, and this guy learned, Kevin.
That young fella.
I'm sure he woke up with splinters.
Sawdust.
Oh my God. If it's sawdust, I'm impressed.
He was driving it.
I'm absolutely impressed. 2729228. I think actually I will be able to find the video here.
That'd be great.
We got some
commenter there on line one. It's got some questions for you about the video.
About the video? Well,
Yeah.
let me find the video first before we actually we need to be prepared. I'm not that prepared today.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to keep it on the rails.
Going pragmatic.
But yeah, you see, I'm not lying. Cowboy State Daily.
Like it.
And
Wyoming.
Here we go. Let's share this page so people on the stream can watch along with us. But it is as we described earlier, folks. It looks like it is a
moose
real moose
gone wrong.
Let's listen in.
And residents of Red Lodge, Montana were amused Monday to watch as a moose shared an intimate moment.
Well, I don't think that woman's real. I think that's AI.
I'm thinking so too.
Now look at the wrinkle. She's real.
With an inanimate object. A young male moose tried his luck and found a receptive partner for his raging hormones, but Cowboy State Daily's Andrew.
Oh, she's just reading what I read. Let me see the actual video of it.
Look at her eyes. What the heck?
Here we go.
Here we go.
He's getting into position.
Let me see the
There he
video
is.
of it.
Let's
That's
see.
weird.
He's like,
Mount each other during their mating rituals. So who knows what this guy was going for, but it seemed to make sense to the moose, at least at the time.
Judging by the size of this moose's antlers, it's clear this male was inexperienced and feeling himself out.
I thought he was filling up.
Yeah.
No, he was going for it.
Go for the gold, man.
He was going
He made
for
it.
it. I have never seen a moose mating ritual.
Got to take your shot, Joey.
But it does look addictive. Let's go to Biloxi Gambler. How you doing?
I didn't tell him my name. Listen, they got a store in Montgomery sells blow up girls. I think people mate with.
Yeah. No, I don't know if you can call that mating. I think it has more to do with masturbation.
Well, so I'm not surprised about these fake mooses and deer. They got deer. They got they'll put a deer out there. People take a shot at. And if what's that other man's name?
Troy.
Yeah, Troy.
Yes, sir.
So if Troy likes the musk, he can put a wig and some perfume on the doll if he needs it. Whatever he wants to do.
Well, that's a good idea. I guess I should try that next time.
Well, honestly,
hey, tell me, does that what do you prefer? What perfume do you like?
Man, if I got one, it buzzed wide, split wide open.
Oh my goodness!
Like that.
That sounds right.
Yeah. No, girls have to get on top with me. So we'll talk to you later.
All right, see you, bro.
Some of these boomers, the more they get the age behind them, the more they share. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Sometimes I don't want to know that. I like to think most people I know do not have private parts. I know it's not a fact. I know this is a silly belief.
Not a fact at all. Not.
Yeah, but it's better not to even think.
Some of them have altered private.
Yeah, I mean,
I would rather think they just had none.
Some people have piercings.
Why not?
Yeah. Right. Some people have
tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with a good tat.
Some people have.
There can be a lot wrong with a tat.
Some people have crotch crickets.
Yeah. I mean, there's just so many types, and anyway, I think we have to hit this break. Y'all stay tuned.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them. but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go. And that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
Hi there, I'm Kim Williams with Alabama Home Mortgage. For years, I've been asking you to call me at Alabama Home Mortgage because there is a difference in mortgage companies. When you call Alabama Home Mortgage, from the moment we pick up the phone, you will hear the difference. We are passionate about what we do. To us, you're not just another applicant. When you call on us, you are trusting that we have your best interest at heart, and we do. We treat our customers like family, and that's why our customers turn into family, coming back to us time and time again. We know you have many options when it comes to mortgage financing, and we appreciate the opportunity to earn your business. We are excited to hear from you. Give Alabama Home Mortgage a call at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com to complete an application on your time. Our passion is just one difference that sets us apart from the rest. It's not just a slogan. Call Alabama Home Mortgage because, folks, there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586 368, Equal Housing Lender.
Fox Monday, Fox Monday. I think you mean Jane's Day.
Yes, plural.
She's hosting a show where you guess a tune that'll make you think.
And she's hosting a show where a celebrity is the weakest link.
You suck at this game.
All new Celebrity Name That Tune with Jane Krakowski and all new Celebrity Weakest Link with Jane Lynch. Monday on Fox 20.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Earnest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Earnest, 334-279-7431. Earnest Financial, LLC.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. The air conditioners are going to get another workout today. It's going to be a hot one with a high temperature in the low to mid 90s with the sun and cloud mix today and a little bit more humidity. Low tonight, 68 to 70, and not much change over the weekend. The rain chances through the evening hours tonight will be about 20% or less. Same thing over the weekend. Expect a good bit of weekend sunshine with the high temperature in the low to mid 90s on Saturday and probably low 90s on Sunday and Monday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Whether you're buying a home or auto or consolidating debt, CB&S Bank's personal loans get you where you need to go. Go to cbsbank.com to find a location near you or apply online today. All loans subject to credit approval, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Trustworthy, accurate, immediate. Carrying your voice across the river region. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back.
You do this good.
Now, I believe it was on Monday that the 1-year anniversary of this song being released online to viral fame raised buku-doodles of money for charity.
Yep.
From all the streams, how viral this song went. It was about a year ago on Monday. Y'all probably remember that moment. Yeah, because what was going on about We were in the middle of the election.
The Haitians were eating the cats.
In Springfield,
That's about
they're
10
eating the
miles from
dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
This is from the Kiffness.
They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
People of Springfield, please don't eat my cats. Why would you do that? Eat something else. People of Springfield, please don't eat my dog. Here's a catalog of other things to eat.
They're eating the dogs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're eating the cats.
Meow, 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 meow.
They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're eating the cats.
Meow, 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 meow.
They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
God bless the internet sometimes. It is the source of rage and like hell on earth, but sometimes it's also like that.
So Springfield, Ohio, a little background. Since it seems like on this show, regularly we trash the area that I come from in Ohio. And JD Vance, too. He's from that area. It is between Dayton and Columbus, but it's closer to Dayton. My nephew lives there. He just built a house out in the country there, but it's considered kind of well, it's Rust Belt. It's kind of just depressed, but yeah. So.
Well, it's just kind of incredible that a thing that like 20 years ago, like end a political career, Trump says on the debate stage, the Democrats think, we got him to say, we got him. We got him this time. And then this guy, the Kiffness, makes a song out of it. And I stopped it before we got to the solo with the auto-tune and the cat yowling. And,
Good part.
And then, of course, the great videos of just Trump saying that they're eating the dogs, and it's videos of dogs freaking out, like the side-eye thing, like, oh, no. And it became this viral thing. And then it also became, for some reason, eating the dogs, eating the cats, a theme for lesbians on TikTok. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why that is, but let's go to Paul. Hey, Paul, how are you?
I knew it. I knew it was going to be just a matter of time before this show went to the dogs with that animal.
Who let the dogs out?
Right down from the crazy song to animal porn on your. Oh my goodness!
Animal porn? Who said anything about animals?
The moose is mating.
That wasn't porn.
Well, to some people, it might be.
It was like a Nat Geo documentary.
Oh me! If that wasn't animal porn, I don't know what is. Just because the other one wasn't real, he thought it was until he ended up with a splinter. Yeah.
You don't spend much time on the Paul. You don't spend much time on the dark net, then, do you? If you know what animal porn is.
Paul's a smart man. Smart man.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. Porn's kind of in the eye of the beholder. Like if it gets you going that way, I guess.
Well, actually, after I said the word splinter, it made me think about Splinter and the Ninja Turtles. I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Oh Lord.
We got you down at our level now, Paul.
Yep. Welcome.
And,
see how easy that was?
Y'all kidding me? Later, my friend.
See you, brother. See you, buddy. Yeah. Eddie, I think you were taking a call. Like one of the guys said, it's always somebody's first time, and this guy learned. I'm sure he woke up with splinters.
Oh, I said sawdust. Joey goes, he was really working.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and everybody in the local area said like they'd never seen anything like that before. Like, mounting a statue. It's just like, poor young.
They must
dude.
not have a lot of moose out there.
Anyway, let's go to line 2. You're on there. Who's this?
It's Simpler Days.
Hey, Simpler Days.
Hey, buddy.
Well, they say old Pinocchio had a tough time.
Yeah.
But anywho, do you remember, gentlemen, in the very middle, in the heat of the George Floyd?
Oh yes.
If you said a word, if you looked like you were going to say a word against that issue, you were run out of town. I have a good friend that was a police chief in this state. And he simply posted on his personal Facebook account what he thought was the circumstances leading up to his death. And he was fired.
Mm-hmm.
So payback, folks, now is a good thing. And I just hope we can get back to a day where we can say things on both sides of the fence and people, just can take it for what it is.
You would hope, but I think, again, people already kind of have their minds made up. There's a lot of just fundamental disagreement. And, like, how do you talk to one another in that position if people really believe all this stuff they're saying?
Well, just like you were talking about tattoos, Joey, some of them are good and some of them are bad. I was working at the fair, and I was working over there in old Eddie's neighborhood. I was working the back gate over there by Chisholm.
Mm-hmm.
And I was standing there, and a carny walked up to me, and we started talking.
Mm-hmm.
And these folks came up, and they were covered in tattoos. And the old carny looked over at me and said, "Mr. Police," he said, "y'all used to come to the fair to see the tattooed lady and the freaks." He said, "Heck, we stand out here now with y'all and look at the freaks coming in."
That's a great story. That's a great story.
That's the truth.
The carny goes, "He's calling me a freak."
Or forget this part of the program brought to you by Pest Pro Services and their Pest Pro Ashley and that great team ready to help you out, especially as the seasons are about to start changing. And you've been running into that issue, like with the spiders.
Well, this time of year, you're going to get the spiders that are like crazy. The spider webs, which are beautiful to look at, except when you're walking through one at 6 a.m. trying to get to your car.
When you're like, "Oh, I'll just wipe it away with like a broom or something." No, it comes right back.
Yeah, it comes right back. And not only that, this time of year, especially the cooler in the evenings, you're going to have some of those outside animals that want to try to find a way into your house.
Oh, like a mouse,
or a mole, or a shrew,
possum.
Yep.
And so, folks, if you want to get ready, especially as you start getting into the colder months, it's good to do it before it gets cold.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. Do it before.
Get prepared.
These outside critters trying to get inside your home, your property. Just check out Pest Pro Services. They can help you out. You can always learn more at pbsriverregion.com or just search Pest Pro Services on the Book of Faces or call them direct at 265-9990. That's 265-9990. When you want to know, call a pro, Pest Pro Services, and be sure to tell Ashley and that great team that Joey and Eddie, those fellows on the radio, sent you. Who do we got on?
I don't know.
You're on the air. Who's this?
This is Sam calling from Pike County.
I still don't know who it is.
Hey, Sam.
Still don't know who it is. You were speaking about the Haitians a minute ago. I remember about a month ago, I saw where the government had pretty much fallen in the capital city. The gangs had taken everything but just right around the capital. And I just hadn't heard anything from that lately, but they were deporting a lot of people there, and anyway.
So just a quick update on that. The Kenyans deployed an 850-man military police force there to try to stabilize. Then they brought in some private contracting firms, and a lot of the missions there, Catholic missions, there's a lot of Christian missions there. They've hired their own security forces, but my understanding is there's been talk of another force coming of about 1,500 from France, and they've kind of pushed back some of the area around Port-au-Prince. But I don't know, Joey. There's some countries that are they're cursed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, Haiti they have deforested all of the upper slope that goes up to the Dominican border, and the Dominicans have a wall. They don't let any Haitians in there because it's been raped, pillaged, and plundered, so to speak. So
yeah. And it's smart, the fact that they do that.
Oh yeah, no, they do, and they're straight, and they will shoot them if they try to come.
And here's the thing: it should make everybody realize: people go on vacation in the DR.
Yeah, that's right.
They never even think that Haiti is right next door.
Listen,
that's
a third world island, right there,
big time, big time.
Oh no, man! You can drive around. You can drive around Dominican Republic. Absolutely beautiful. But
yeah.
Listen, that's a good update. But the main reason I called, I was just going to offer Joey some help. Y'all were. Well, but Joey,
I'm listening.
We love you. We respect. No, man, I used to paintball when I was your age.
Okay.
Long back when
I'll shoot you with some paintballs.
And you know, those bruises and the exercise, all that, the ladies dig it. And I still have all that dry rot gear packed away somewhere. And yeah, man,
the ladies.
I'll fix you right.
The ladies dig the bruises?
Did you marry one of them?
No, sir, I did not.
Okay,
no,
good.
I didn't.
Good. You're a smart man. Smart man.
Yeah.
But I was. Oh, Troy, but listen. It's no joke that with the paintball, like, it was a big group of friends over at Arrowhead. We run around the woods and go to Lake Martin and all that. But I got to where I would started wearing my Kevlar. I dig.
Jeez,
Yeah,
what
man.
are you shooting? What are you guys shooting
Frozen,
at each other?
frozen paintball. They hurt.
Oh,
paintball.
man,
Frozen paintballs. Baby.
Yeah, that could actually
yeah,
hurt
man,
somebody.
You have to keep them cool.
Takes the game up a notch.
But it's 68 caliber at 300 feet per second. It'll knock the whiz out of you.
Yeah, I've played it before.
Yeah.
It's but you know, it's about a comparative thing between real bullets. I'm not too worried about that.
No thanks.
It's good training. It absolutely is, man. It'll teach you to keep your head down.
Yeah.
Especially frozen paintballs.
All right, guys, look, y'all look good on the stream. I just want to call in and say hey. And
thanks, Sam.
Thank you, Sammy.
Thanks for that update.
Have a good weekend.
All right.
Appreciate it, Sam. Again, that's 272-9228 if you want to get in on the conversation. 334-272-9228. Again, I'm trying to avoid the things that make me angry, but we might eventually have to get to them. One quick story. I just want to read it from 1819news.com. It's their now leading story at 1819news.com. A local LGBTQ plus activist in Prattville was arrested on Tuesday for chemical endangerment of a child after a naked toddler was found wandering alone in downtown Prattville. Adam Hunt, the president and co-founder of Prattville Pride, was one of 3 people arrested by police on Tuesday. According to a press release by Prattville Police, a, quote, citizen was traveling down East Main Street at the intersection of Adele Street and Prattville when he noticed an unattended, unclothed male toddler walking in close proximity and in the direction of Main Street. Main Street is one of the busiest streets in Prattville, which caused alarm to the citizen. The citizen, along with other Good Samaritans, called police and then provided clothing and care for the child as they awaited police arrival. Once on scene, officers were led to the juvenile's residence, which was approximately 1 block away. Once at the residence, officers noticed an exterior door was open. Officers conducted a welfare check on the occupants and located a male subject asleep. Officers also noticed narcotics and drug paraphernalia in plain view throughout the house. After a search warrant was executed, the 3 adult residents and guardians of the child were arrested for chemical endangerment of a child. This is an ongoing investigation and more charges may be forthcoming.
I'll tell you what.
That's crazy.
There's no words to describe what should happen there.
How do you let a
how do they even have a toddler there
Right.
with these freaks?
Well, let's focus on the good side of it. Thank God for the good citizens there at Prattville who saw that kid and immediately sprung to action to help him out.
Absolutely.
Worry about that kid, though. You worry about where.
Man, that's awful.
That's disheartening.
But
thanks, Joey,
see.
for bringing down the mood again.
I know, man. But it's like everywhere I turn, I'm like, let's go to local news,
Jeez
and we have really sad crap there. Or let's go to national news. And okay.
I have an interesting story for you.
Yeah.
I posted on LinkedIn. I know you don't use LinkedIn because you're not professional enough, Eddie. But that's okay.
Yeah.
A good friend of mine who is he's a deputy director for the U.S. SOCOM Special Operations Command had some pictures he posted of some fuse detonators. And if I show you, Joey, I'm going to send it to you real fast. It's a fascinating story out of Ukraine because what it does is it shows us what's really going on the ground for the Russians. So let's see if I can find that here. Right here it is. Right there we go. Joey, I'm sending it over to you here right now. I want you to look at it. Maybe you can put it on the screen because much like our friends that had the basement with a stamp on the ground. Look at what this one was. Let's see here. Here we go. Yeah, there it is. All right. So here you go. I'll send it to you right now. Do you have LinkedIn on your phone?
No.
Here, just take that. And I don't know if you can show it on the screen, but I want you to pull it up and show. There's 3 pictures there, Joey. And I want you to look. What's weird about those? What's weird about that? If the Russians had those in their stockpiles.
Is that a German eagle?
That is a German war eagle. They traced those numbers back to a 1939 purchase by the Russians to buy gear from them. So what we have,
I'm showing it on the.
Yeah, there you go. What we have there is a German War Eagle stamped, and there's more. That's what they've resorted to using for some of their detonators on their equipment.
Wow.
Hey, the problem with irony is not everybody gets it. I mean, they're using German war gear.
Man, it's crazy.
I thought I'd share that with you guys. It was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got to hit this quick break. We'll be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Looking for insurance, or maybe you're just not satisfied with your current carrier? How does quality coverage with local service and competitive rates sound to you? The folks at Stark Agency offer just that. Whether you need insurance for your business, car, home, or life, Stark Agency can help. As an independent insurance agency with over 20 of the top insurance carriers, Stark is sure to find the perfect match for you and your loved ones. Visit their site at starkagency.com or give them a call at 334-263-5535 for a quote today.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center in the Pepper Tree Shopping Center. We've used Blue Water Broadcasting for years, and we attribute our results to what they do for us. If you want results with your advertising, call Blue Water.
Our advertisers are our biggest advocates. Call us to find out how radio can increase your bottom line. Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. And welcoming onto the program here, we have Austin Baranko with Invista Advisors. Hey, Austin, how you doing today?
Having a great Friday, Joe. It's been a good week. How about y'all?
Doing all right. Let's talk about something we haven't chatted about in a second that y'all can do there at Invista Advisors, insurance. Y'all offer insurance to folks.
Yeah, appreciate you asking. Last night we actually had our insurance event led by Darren Kreitz. He's our insurance expert in-house, and was up at Wind Lakes. He gave a big presentation, so it's top of mind for me right now. And I think a lot of our competitors out there are really primarily focused on wealth management, but they don't always take into account, outside factors like life insurance and long-term care insurance. And so over the last several weeks, we've been going through a lot of our clients' plans and identifying gaps in coverage. And so if you're out there and you've got, no life insurance plan, or you bought life insurance plans, 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, and you don't really know what type of coverage you have in your life insurance, or if you're taking care of a parent who needs to go to assisted living, but maybe didn't have the income to do it because they didn't have a long-term care insurance plan. These are the types of plans that we're looking over and we want to help clients get. And so, if you're with a group right now that's helping you on the wealth management side, but they're not recommending or reviewing your life insurance and long-term care policies with you, we'd love the opportunity to look through those. And just some of the stats that were being thrown out at this event last night were eye-opening. Once you qualify for a long-term care event, typically for a male, it lasts a little over 2 years, about 2.5 years. You would need to be in assisted living before you pass. And for a lady, it could be up to 5 years. And so if you look at the cost of assisted living around the Montgomery area, you're looking at, in some of the nicer homes, $8 to $10 a month. And you multiply that out over the course of a year, $120,000 a year. You live for 5 years. You're talking $600,000 is the cost to control later in life your assisted living situation. If not, of course, you have Medicare, Medicaid to help with some of these things, but you don't have any choice of, where you go and who your providers are. You're limited. They could come and garnish, whatever wages you have or Social Security and or assets that your family's had. So as an asset protection strategy and or just comfort later in life. These are things we're looking at for clients, and we don't talk about it a lot, but I thought it was an important topic to go over today.
Another very important topic. I know firsthand with family experience. In fact, I was telling my dad, like, he's still young at heart, but I'm like, you need to start preparing. And we had a serious conversation in that regard. But I appreciate that insight, and it's always good, especially for young folks. I know you just focused on, say, the end of life concerns, but if you're a young fella in particular starting up a family, you should be looking into life insurance.
Well, definitely. And there's kind of two ways to look at it. When you're young, you want to get, a term policy in place that'll cover you for a span of your life where you have big bills, right? You have a mortgage, car payments, you'll probably pay for college or weddings if you have, children and stuff like that. And so that term policy, life insurance, is what you need so you don't leave your family hanging if you were to, pass away unexpectedly. And then, we say it's younger is better for even long-term care too, though, because the older you get, the more expensive those policies become. So if you're, young in our category, young, 50, really even 60 years old is considered pretty young by long-term care standards. You can get locked in at a great rate. Premiums will be relatively low. I mean, if you come to us at the age of 70 plus, we can still get you into a policy, but premiums are a little bit more expensive, and we have some unique options we can do. But like you said, the age range of different types of insurance products that help people is wide. And if you don't know what type of insurance you need based on your age and your family setup, that's exactly the recommendations we'll make to you when you come in. So if you're lost, most people are when it comes to these types of insurance. Give us a call and let us take a look at your plan and recommend something, from a professional perspective. We look at this stuff all day long.
Well, and folks, if you want this as part of a overall financial planning, say program there with Invista Advisors, just get in touch with them. Call them direct, 387-0094. Again, that's 387-0094. And be sure to tell them you heard Austin Branco on the radio with that Joey Clark fella.
Awesome. Y'all have a great weekend.
Appreciate it, Austin. And so the first hour is pretty much in the can. Is that how it's said? In the can. On the books?
On the books.
Yeah.
In the can, on the books.
Yeah, well,
it's behind us.
You could have it on the books and throw it into the can.
You definitely could.
You would. You'd rip those pages right out and say, gone.
Yeah, it's done.
Done.
We're done with that hour. We have another hour coming up. And again, I'm running out of things that don't make me angry. We've got them, though. We'll go to them and just some of the clips. But there is also some stuff that touches my heart. Other stuff that makes me go, oh, man, I can't imagine. I can't imagine that perspective. Y'all know the name Steven Crowder?
Yes.
Yeah.
And before Charlie Kirk started doing his thing, it was Crowder who popularized the prove me wrong.
Yep.
That's right.
He'd sit on college campuses with a big sign, prove me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on last night with Piers Morgan. And there was supposed to be a debate with this former Republican Congressman Joe Walsh, who's hated Trump since Trump came down. And Crowder, number one, wipes the floor with this guy, sort of smarmy. No, we're all together and stuff. Yeah, okay, sure, man. But then Crowder gets very introspective on how he feels like he has some responsibility for this because he didn't tell people like Charlie and others who went out and followed his inspiration of what could come. He didn't talk about all the stuff that happened to him, all the threats that happened to him.
Yeah.
And now he's not going to be quiet. We'll get to that in just a moment, as well as the voting in Congress. The House has passed a bill to not shut down the government, and it must be passed by October 1st by the Senate, and yada, 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 yada. Whatever. Go ahead and shut it down. I don't care at this point.
Right.
So we'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Greg Clugston in Washington. For the fifth time this year, Russia violated Estonian airspace. Estonia says 3 Russian fighter jets entered its airspace without permission earlier today, and the incursion lasted 12 minutes. The foreign minister denounced it as a brazen act. The airspace violation comes just over a week after NATO planes downed Russian drones over Poland. A Florida federal judge has tossed out a defamation lawsuit filed by President Trump against the New York Times. The judge ruled that Trump's lawsuit was overly long and full of tedious and burdensome language that had no bearing on the legal case. The judge gave the president 28 days to file an amended complaint. On Capitol Hill, the House passed a temporary spending bill today. It would extend the government funding for 7 weeks and avoid a partial government shutdown. The measure has moved on to the Senate. This is SRN News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind, to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my 2 sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-226-5454. That's 800-226-5454. 800-226-5454.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. The air conditioners are going to get another workout today. It's going to be a hot one with a high temperature in the low to mid 90s with the sun and cloud mix today and a little bit more humidity. Low tonight, 68 to 70, and not much change over the weekend. The rain chances through the evening hours tonight will be about 20% or less. Same thing over the weekend. Expect a good bit of weekend sunshine with the high temperature in the low to mid 90s on Saturday and probably low 90s on Sunday and Monday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray to Publix.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. A suspect has been arrested in connection to a weekend Montgomery homicide. 22-year-old Detrick Johnson is accused of fatally shooting 20-year-old Kendall Foy early Sunday morning. The shooting happened just after 2 a.m. near Woodley Road on East-South Boulevard. Johnson is charged with capital murder committed during the commission of a robbery. Troy University's Sound of the South marching band has been invited to participate in London's 2027 New Year's Day parade. Troy is one of just 2 university bands selected from the United States to participate in the event. The Troy Band will perform before more than 500,000 spectators and a global audience of up to 350 million viewers. Crime Stoppers will be hosting its 3rd gun buyback of the year this weekend. This event is part of an ongoing effort to fight gun violence in the capital city by taking weapons off the street. The gun buyback will be held Saturday at Montgomery City of Refuge Church on Woodley Road between 10 and 2 p.m. All guns will be accepted, no questions asked. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender.
Don't miss the CAFCO Warehouse Sale. 2 days only, Thursday and Friday, September 25th and 26th. 8 till 5. Visit our sale location on the Wetumpka Highway for incredible savings on home decor, floral arrangements, seasonal items, including Christmas trees, wreaths, ornaments, and much, much more. After you shop the warehouse sale, be sure to stop by the CAFCO outlet store for even more savings. Huge savings at 2 locations, 2 days only. CAFCO Outlet and the CAFCO Warehouse Sale, Thursday and Friday, September 25th and 26th, 8 till 5.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Just looking up at the Fox News Chiron, majority of House Democrats vote nay, present, or not voting for Charlie Kirk resolution in the House today. That resolution did pass, but 58 Democrats voted no, and several other voted present or just they didn't vote at all. They abstained altogether. And so, some of them objected to the idea Charlie was trying to bring, like unity.
What about
How could the guy on the other side bring unity ever? Unless he's been neutered and that
really gelded.
Right.
But it's funny. Maybe we could talk about this later too with the Charlie Kirk resolution. But the military looking at using it as a rallying cry for recruiting. Have you seen that?
I have not seen.
Yeah,
that.
it's a big deal. Yeah,
I'm not surprised given recruiting up already under Hegseth.
Absolutely.
And, I think
we can talk about that a little later. Man.
I imagine they knew each other.
I'm certain they did.
Now here is. I encourage folks. You can go watch the full segment with Piers Morgan. He does then a one-on-one interview with Don Lemon, and Don gets so catty with Piers. Piers at one point goes, "Oh, actually, Don, I think you're being a real dick about it right now."
Nice.
And Don's like, "Oh, well, that's very nice. I wasn't trying to be nice, Don. I wasn't trying to be nice." Yeah, I was like, a lot of these folks just need to go away, man.
Yep.
It's not even a politics thing. It's like y'all are just. You feed all it's like the Morton Downey Jr. show. It is. It's just this.
They poo-poo where they
Jerry
eat.
Springer show.
But they poo-poo where they eat. It's a problem. But did you see the Piers did recently Charlie Sheen?
Oh yeah. Charlie Sheen's been making the rounds. I haven't watched much of him.
He was definitely. He said this is the problem with the left right now. Basically, is what he said. So,
but this is a moment where Crowder gets quite Stephen Crowder introspective about this. And let's listen in.
As I was in that spot, I started it, and Charlie cited it as an inspiration. If I could change one thing, and I do believe that I'm partially responsible for this, I failed people. I've had to do a lot of soul searching. When I did change my mind and started in 2016, the idea was, hey, calling the left on their bluff, civil dialogue with anyone to the tune of billions of plays and hundreds of hours. And it got increasingly violent. And what I didn't tell people, I told people out there, go do this on your own campus, have these conversations. I advocated for it. And Charlie took it to another level. He was unbelievable at it. What I didn't do, I didn't tell people about the threats because I didn't want copycats. I didn't tell them about terrorists from Yemen through Sweden showing up in East Grand Rapids. I didn't tell them about concrete milkshakes. I didn't tell them about my tires getting slashed, about people trying to firebomb my car. And maybe if I would have picked up the phone, maybe if I would have used this megaphone to tell people it's real life out there and the left wants you dead, maybe Charlie would have had a fighting chance. Maybe I could have done more. Right now, I'll tell you this. I see a lot of people out there, Piers. See a lot of people out there talking about picking up that microphone. And I hope people do because the alternative is silence. But I want people to know that wherever that microphone is and whoever thinks about picking it up, you are in the crosshairs. People say bring down the temperature. Okay, how about we bring down the temperature to doing something like, I don't know, sitting down at a table and allowing anyone with a thought or opinion to discuss it rationally.
Right.
Would that bring down the temperature?
Yeah.
Because they took his life anyway.
Yep.
Powerful stuff. And Crowder, there was Piers brought him on because there's supposed controversy that Crowder said he is called for violence. What Crowder called for, and he makes it very explicit, is legal defensive violence. What he means is when you're at one of those events, we're not going to assume nothing will happen. And a few cops there is going to, and a small security detail will settle it. No, if you come in and you try to start trouble, we're going to stop you. Whatever type of trouble you're starting. If we're going to do these events, you better believe we're ready to defend ourselves, is Stephen's point.
Well, I maintain that right now, the TTPs, the techniques, tactics, procedures that are being used by the left right now have been emboldened by this. And Joey, you're a target. Lou Elizondo's a target. Everybody's a target for someone that does not agree or hold their views. And there's going to be a lot of soft targeting with media outlets. 1819 News is certainly one that comes to mind. And this is not going away. This is something we need to address. And we need to address it with superior firepower and ass-kicking violence.
Defensive legal.
Yeah, that's right. It's better offense than defense.
So let's go to something a little more positive.
Yes.
This is one of the good friends of Charlie Kirk, working with him at Turning Point USA. And you know how they had requests for 37,000 new chapters?
Okay.
Of Turning Point USA? Well, the numbers, I think it's gone up a little bit.
Really?
I just want to say that number is actually at 62,000 new inquiries to start Turning Point chapters now. That broke about 30 minutes ago. So 62,000.
So help me understand, Andrew, put it in context for me. How many chapters, how many students did you have before this tragedy?
Well, we had 900 official recognized college chapters, and we had about 1,200 high school chapters. So we were known for the college chapters originally, but then we branched out into high school, and Charlie was so proud when the high school chapter number eclipsed the college chapter number. And we have about a presence on 3,500 altogether, because kids graduate, you got to kind of restart. But to put that in perspective, that's 900, 1,200. Now we're talking 62,000 inquiries to start a chapter. I mean, this has galvanized young people around the country. And Chris, I know that you know the reach that Charlie was having, because you were on with Patrick Bet-David on the podcast with Charlie. And by the way, Chris, it's worth saying that I asked Charlie after that show, I said, what's Chris like in person? And he spoke very highly of you. He said you were a total gentleman and you were in good faith, and he enjoyed it. So, but in that episode, you'll remember, Chris, that Patrick went through the video count, of all the TikTok videos, 50 million, 60 million, 30 million. And young people maybe got it first, but this was a message that was reaching people of all ages. And it's been really incredible to see that Charlie's fans and supporters around the country, they're not burning buildings, they're not raiding businesses, they're praying, or they're signing up, or they're donating. And I know Charlie would be very proud that that's his legacy.
And so the positive side, and I think that should be the reaction, including that a prayer, maybe not necessarily for peace, but for judgment.
That's right.
As well, but prayer nonetheless. And yeah, destroying stuff just to destroy stuff is not going, that's
chaos. That's the work of dark forces.
Yeah. And it is good to see more and more folks actually picking up and saying, you know what, I'm going to do something about this and make a positive change for the world. It's trying to stay on the positive. This morning, I believe it was on Fox and Friends this morning, Timothy Cardinal Dolan, Cardinal Timothy Dolan, was on Fox, and he said some words about Charlie that, Charlie wasn't a Catholic, but he had a lot of Catholic friends.
He followed Christ.
He was a Christian.
Yep.
And so this is interesting to see a Catholic cardinal say this.
So when I heard the tragic news, I said, I wonder who he was. And then all of a sudden, this overwhelming sense of sorrow and kind of renewal. And I thought, I got to learn about this guy. And the more I learned about him, I thought, this guy's a modern day St. Paul. He was a missionary. He's an evangelist. He's a hero. He's one, I think, that knew what Jesus meant when he said, the truth will set you free. Yes. And to do it, now, I understand he was pretty blunt and he was pretty direct. He didn't try to avoid any controversy. He didn't even try to avoid confrontation. The difference is the way, the mode, the style that he did it, always with respect. And not only was that a gracious, kind of virtuous thing to do, it's effective. Because when your opponents see, this guy kind of respects me. We kind of disagree here, but he kind of enjoys me. And he's thanking me for being here. And he's telling me he appreciates the trust I have in him in sharing my views. I thought, this guy can teach us something. I've been spending the last week reading about him. And so last night I was at NYU Catholic Student Center, about 200 students there. This is what they talked about. Wow. This is what they talked about.
Wow.
He gets it.
He does get it. And it's refreshing to hear a cardinal kind of seeing the same things I'm seeing that so many other people are feeling and seeing.
I like this cardinal. He seems like he's
Yeah,
he's got some vinegar.
And he made that final point he made is one I was making earlier in the week. It wasn't, to me, the difference that caught my attention about Charlie Kirk wasn't necessarily what he said exactly, though they're great moments.
Right.
But it was more how he did carry himself and treat folks. And
Led by example, man.
Ain't that the deepest truth? Like, you can sit here and Charlie would do this certainly, but I got tired at a certain point watching the whole, and I think like a lot of people in my generation, older millennials, got tired of watching the whole God, atheist against Christian or atheist against Jew or Muslim. Like, it got to a point of like, they're talking past each other. And at a certain point, it seemed like we're missing something here. As entertaining as I still believe this, as Christopher Hitchens was, as compelling as he was, like, it seemed like we're just doing a dance here. What's the actual heart of the matter? And I think the truth of it is this, is that the fundamental reality of our being is a relation of love. It's not a proposition. It's not something you can even necessarily always put into words, especially not the deepest stuff. It is a fundamental relationship that is built in love, from God to man, and hopefully man to God, and to man. That's the truth. And it's in those unspoken moments. Like, you think of anybody you really care about, you could say a lot of words to try to describe them, and maybe you should, but also you know that you're not ever going to really fully capture that, what they mean to you, that relation.
That essence, You know, what's funny is when you say that, and it's very, you're right. Love, what did Christ say to us? Of these things, love is the greatest, right? And the thing is this, what is the inverse of love? Hate. And that's what the left has been operating off of right now. And that's why we are where we're at right now.
And, I'm working on putting out a book. Some people have asked recently, if I do put out a book, I'll sign it for you. Yes, East of the Rockies, I'll do that. Anybody else? But we're in the process. It's not happened yet. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I hear my dad in the back of my head going, hold your horses. Hold your horses.
Slow down there.
But the very first essay in this collection that I start with is an old one. And it's a reflection, let's just say, on 1 Corinthians 13. And of course, 1 Corinthians 13, 1 through 3 is, if I speak in the tongues of men or of angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mystery and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor and give over my body to hardship that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Of course, those are the words of St. Paul in his first letter to the
Corinthian
Corinthians.
church.
Here's my little twist, and this is what I try to get across with politics. But you'll get what I'm doing here in a moment. Power is impatient. Power is not kind. Power is quick to envy, quick to boast. It is always proud. Power does dishonor to others so it may honor itself, and is self-seeking even when carefully cloaked in the name of service. Power is swift to anger while keeping a long record of perceived wrongs and slights. Power delights in its own effectual evils, but does so while claiming to rejoice with the good of its aims. Power's desired ends always justify any possible means. Power only protects its own, only trusts its own, only hopes its own province will forever persevere where all others stumble and fall. But power always fails when it masquerades as love, as liberation, as beauty, and as truth. Power is only a partial shadow, a hollow shade that gives no relief, only to cease in the fullness of time. Men like to pretend that when they were children, they thought like children, talked like children, and reasoned like children, but now as powerful men, they've put aside their ways of childhood. But many of them are still childish, now simply whiskered and whiskey-soaked with a belly full of political opinions, a distended reflection of their younger selves poorly cast in the gildings of their years on earth. Their masks may become more chiseled, more hardened, more weathered, more clever, more cruel. Some may even be captured in marble and bronze one day. But concealed underneath are still those same chubby-cheeked boys and girls, fearful and envious of one another, yet still sentimental, as they long for the best life has to offer. Power is first found at the home, then the schoolyard mud and tussle, then the bedroom romp and rustle, then the boardroom hustle and bustle until it finds its seat in decorated halls and pretends its glories will be its salvation in the future minds of others. But in the end, it's just power. And power is nothing without faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Here at Adams Drugs, we let our customers do the talking. I'm here with Ronnie Taunton, who was a longtime customer of Adams Drugs, moved away for 3 years, and came back to town recently. Ronnie, what did you do for another pharmacy when you moved out of town?
When we moved to Fairhope, we were looking for a local. We did not want to go to a big box store. And we did find one, but the service was not up to par. Adams Drug really spoiled us.
What was it like to come back to Adams Drugs again?
It was very easy. We picked up the phone when we got back, came up to Prattville and called the branch there in Prattville, and they took that phone call and did the rest of it. We didn't have to do a thing. It was very simple. We're glad to be back with them. They're so efficient and customer service oriented.
Come in to any of our 12 Adams Drugs locations. Visit us at adamsdrugs.net to find the location nearest you. Adams Drugs is your independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
Hi, this is Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop. Listen every Saturday to Winning Wellness and learn from experts in different fields of science and technology how nutritional supplements can help you.
Listen to Winning Wellness every Saturday at 10 a.m.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender.
We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Texas A&M president steps down after gender controversy.
Confrontation in the course. Professor.
Student confronted professor over course content. According to our president, there are only two genders. He said that he would be freezing agencies' funding programs that promote gender ideology. According to President Trump's executive order, if you want me to read the paragraph in the order, if you are uncomfortable in this class, you can... Wow.
Shove off.
Wow.
Well, we did it.
This isn't about academic freedom. It's about academic responsibility. Our degree programs and courses go through extensive approval processes, and we must ensure that we will ultimately deliver to students is consistent with what was approved. Okay, then.
Someone teaching outside the parameters.
Yeah, maybe so. You think that happens often?
No, all the time. Itineraries mean nothing. When you go to get your class syllabus, that means nothing.
Yeah, right. Though, I mean, there is part of me that still loves Dead Poet Society, where it's like, sneak off into some cave and read
That's
poems.
the second time we've referenced that this week.
I know. It's a good movie.
It's a great movie.
It's very sad.
It's
sad.
It's sad, but it's also how can I say it? I think it's promising too that there's more beyond just what we see. So.
But you mentioned Ohio earlier.
Yeah.
Did you see the big breaking endorsement for Vivek
Yes, I
Ramaswamy
did.
for governor?
I did.
He got the Teamsters endorsement.
Yeah.
Daggum.
Well, so
Pretty
you know
good up
what's
there.
interesting? A good friend of mine, Pat, who's probably listening right now, truck driver, he's a Teamster, former Teamster. He said that there's a huge move in the Teamsters towards Republican party members. Usually it was the domain of Democrats, right?
A lot of
Not so
unionship is moving
anymore.
that way.
Not so anymore.
Yeah, and Vivek's more your libertarian type Republican. So to see him convince the Teamsters to come aboard, that I'm going to try to bring all this, I'd imagine his pitch that here's how I'm going to bring manufacturing.
Yeah,
investment.
you're going to be involved in it.
And what your Democrats are wanting to bring in is aliens and, basically everybody using the same bathroom, that type of thing. I don't see how they're still on the same platform and can't figure out why they're not losing.
Because if you don't believe in those things, you're a hateful person, Eddie.
I am a hateful person.
And also, there's a decentralized leadership now in the Democratic Party. They can't it's not congealed. It's fragmented.
Right.
It's all fragmented.
But 58 House Democrats vote against resolution honoring life and legacy of Charlie Kirk. The House of Representatives adopted a resolution to honor the life and legacy of late conservative activist Charlie Kirk on Friday, reports Fox News, just over a week after he was shot and killed during a college campus speaking event in Utah. The measure got bipartisan support in a 310 to 58 vote, with both Democrats and Republicans having quickly risen to condemn political violence in the wake of Kirk's assassination. The vote divided Democrats, however, with 95 lawmakers voting in favor of it. I would say thank you to the 95.
Right.
58 voting against. I don't know what to say. And then 22 not voting at all. Cowards.
Yeah.
38
One
Democrats.
job.
38 Democrats also voted present on the resolution. The top three House Democrats, Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, Whip Catherine Clark, and Caucus Chairman Pete Aguilar all voted in favor of the measure.
Did you see your buddy Alexandria Costo-Cortez's quote there, Joey? That honoring Charlie Kirk pushes a legacy of bigotry despite his horrific assassination.
Yes.
What?
They can't help themselves. They can't because listen, why? Because in the past they could do that and they had top cover from the federal government. Now that's not the case.
And the
people
media
are speaking.
Yeah, it sickens me that you cannot not say something.
They're educated beyond their intellect.
Yeah, and then we got a portion of that. That she
She's
spoke
put
from
on
the
some
floor.
weight. She's put on some weight. She's been eating a lot.
Aren't we all?
To the millions of Americans who endured segregation, Jim Crow, and the legacy of bigotry today. We should be clear about who Charlie Kirk was. A man who believed that the Civil Rights Act that granted Black Americans the right to vote was a mistake. Who, after the violent attack on Paul Pelosi, claimed that, quote, some amazing patriot, unquote, should bail out his brutal assailant, and accused Jews of controlling, quote, not just the colleges, it's the nonprofits, it's the movies, it's Hollywood, it's all of it, unquote. His rhetoric and beliefs.
Hey, by the way, did Jews joke about Jews controlling Hollywood?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I did.
Great.
Yeah, I did.
Anyway.
Were ignorant, uneducated, and sought to disenfranchise millions of Americans.
Hey, AOC, how is it that the Civil Rights Act that enfranchised Black Americans, in part, started in this very city?
Yes, it did.
How is it that ended up with Joe Biden saying the civil rights issue of our time is transgender stuff, and especially the kids? Have you actually even listened to Charlie Kirk, AOC?
Nope.
Because his point was, no, I think we keep all the basic parts that stop racial discrimination because of the unique history. But where y'all have taken this to your old system of prior restraint. Remember when the mayor here was trying to get the Human Rights Council?
Yeah.
I'm like, I thought we already had human rights, and if somebody's violating my human rights, I can take them to court. Oh, no.
No money in that, Joe.
And they've set these up all over the Western world. Man. I'm going to keep going, though, because this is one of the petite leaders of the left.
And a very vocal one of the progressives. That's right.
Who's also getting chubby, yes. You're
Yes,
right.
she is.
From the working tirelessly to promote unity, unquote, asserted by the majority in this resolution. It is equally important that Congress does unite to reject the government's attempt to weaponize this moment into an all-out assault on free speech across the country, all in the name of Charlie Kirk. President Trump and the FCC are now cynically threatening to shut down ABC and any outlets who give airtime to the administration's political critics.
You know, they can't do that, AOC, given the licenses are given to local affiliates.
Correct. And it was the local affiliates, if I remember correctly.
It was.
Kind
It
of
was
had
the
enough about
13,
Jimmy
there were
Kimmel,
13 of them said, yeah, no.
Right.
and
Yeah,
everybody
maybe
else.
Trump's doing that threat because he's pointing out who the problem is and what one of the key, say, assets of the oligarchy that's run this country into the ground,
Mm-hmm.
the old corporate press, especially the legacy networks. That's why he's threatening them.
Fifth
Because
Estate.
you twist everything, just like you're twisting Charlie Kirk. You twist everything to your ends to come back to you pounding your own pulpit that you can't even justify yourself.
Exactly.
But seriously, whatever happened to, like, you know, a pragmatic, practical Democrat that wants to cut taxes for the working class and middle class and wants good health care? I sometimes will hear those folks in Alabama. Every once in a while, you'll hear that from a Democrat. But where's that on the national level? Like solving practical solutions for people.
The polarization is.
Instead, what they tell you is if you don't want to go single payer, you're not respecting the awful legacy of racism, you racist. If you don't agree with our progressive socialist project, then you are the scum of the earth.
Yep.
That
I'm
magic's-
tired of that crap.
magic's getting weak, though.
It is
It's
getting
lost.
weak.
It's lost its ability to
Getting quite weak.
Still trying
enchant
to sell
us.
it, man. They're still trying to sell it.
No, and it all went wrong when a lot of folks decided to follow. No, long before Obama.
No, you talk
I would
60s
say
hippies. Yeah.
No, I'd say even back further when a lot of folks started saying, no, the voice of black folks is going to be Du Bois.
Oh, well, that's
instead of Booker T. Washington. Yeah, after Du Bois spends a bunch of time with a bunch of German socialists.
That's right.
Yeah, and it's, my problem with you has nothing to do with race. It has everything to do with your socialism.
It's the philosophical.
And with your entitlement to controlling other people. And then you add to it, we've suffered for so long. So that gives us more of a blank check to, well, control your life for our betterment. But is it going to make it better?
No.
Or is it going to end up how socialism always ends up?
Fails miserably.
A small little clique of the
bourgeois.
elite that control everybody in the name of the people. And the revolution is never quite over. So and one day when the revolution is fulfilled, we'll give you back all these rights. But right now, the revolution must be protected.
The Mensheviks and the Bolsheviks.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing.
Give me a break. Like, go ahead, run for president, AOC.
I wanted to run.
Go ahead and run.
You know what? She was a good bartender, though, I hear.
She could have been that good. She
That's
would have
what
made
she was.
25 grand a year. Poof.
I'm so tired of this. What is it? Gadsad has this line, suicidal empathy.
Yeah, I know.
And Jordan Peterson has a line. It's actually a Jungian concept of the devouring mother. Like we have to, for the sake of compassion, we have to like,
But no.
That's what the army. That's what the army does.
And it's not even compassion for the sake of signaling your compassion, because the people right around you probably can't stand you.
Yep.
Eat your young.
No, I think I saw the classic clip is Peterson on Joe Rogan, where it's some Disney executive, a woman, who's like, I have 2 queer children. I'm like, why are you calling them queer? Number one,
they're queer.
That's weird. I guess how words
Freaks,
change.
That's how she
No,
raised
she's
them.
like, I have one kid who's gay and one kid who's trans. And I'm like, what are the odds of that? Or is it maybe you pushing that onto your
Of
own
course
kids?
it is. You know it is. You know it is.
And that's just a small example of a general trend of we're going to signal how compassionate and wonderful and virtuous we are, Whatever happened to the idea that we're all sinners?
We are. Some sin more than others. Yeah.
Yeah, and especially those who cloak themselves in the gospel of Jesus Christ. Whatever happened that we're all sinners?
Well, they don't believe in the salvation of Jesus Christ. Most of them don't. So
yeah, there's a lot of folks who just believe in it symbolically, right?
It's a token.
It's like a myth.
It's token.
It's like reading the Odyssey, right?
Just in case when I die, I think I'll say that I believe. It can't hurt.
Oh, Pascal's wager is crap.
Yeah.
It really is.
It is.
Because the whole point of this is like what's actually on your heart. So you're going to play the stupid game of, I repent, or I just say God exists just to be safe, to win that wager. So I go to heaven. It's like, that doesn't seem like a very sincere belief on your part.
I never knew an atheist that wasn't on his deathbed.
Exactly. Anyway, it's expected.
It is. It is.
That's what it is. It's expected.
This is the least common denominator coming out right now. As this all falls apart, you'll see it.
But y'all keep on talking that stuff.
You bad selves.
And my wish is y'all continue to lose political power. And it's not just by losing elections. Y'all continue to lose because, as you said earlier, Troy, their magic doesn't work anymore. It's not just your words, your magical words of shame and control.
They keep using the same
and
stuff.
appealing to a moral piggy bank that y'all have already smashed a few times and twisted your own legacy on. It should be a great legacy. Right. But you're also losing the game in terms of the media. You're losing. True. You aren't the media anymore. Like the point we made yesterday. Tucker Carlson gets fired, becomes even bigger. Jimmy Kimmel gets fired, he's going to go into obscurity. Yeah. And you're seeing just in general, the people driving the conversation are not in line with this sort of nonsense you're hearing from AOC and those who call themselves principled progressives.
You know, Joey, it's interesting that when you say about the media, but if you consider the macro view of what has transpired in the last, let's say, 3 to 4 years, is that there's been a confluence of events occurring. One, the marginalization of Hollywood. It has been marginalized. Yep. The studios have. Their voices have been muted.
And they've kind of marginalized themselves.
That's what I'm saying. It's just, so you lose that side of the fight. Then you've got the media having to pull back. You've got these conservative institutions that have liberals in there, and they're pulling them back. Everything's raining in on them. And like you said, the spells, the magic is no longer powerful. So.
Right, but it still also gets people very worked up to constantly say, like, you're just a bad person. You're ignorant. You're bigoted. Yada, yada, yada. And it's one thing if somebody says that and they don't know me. And I'm like, that's kind of the definition of bigotry. Of
sure. Like ignorant judgment, prejudgment.
Right. But if people get moody or whatever, like you can, sometimes the crimson tide's in town and you need to be able to talk through it but it's the folks that have no interest in talking at all about anything that it drives me up a wall.
No debate.
Mm-hmm. And this will continue. We'll see.
Charlie tried hard to get debate.
He did.
That was he was about. It was taking it to him and giving him a chance and respecting him.
Anyway, I've been doing the opposite of Charlie. Whenever I see something online, especially on Facebook, block. I don't even respond. Block. I'd never even really talk to you at all anyway. Right. Why do I have to see you?
Right.
I wish you well, man.
So,
I hope you find peace in all the good things in life.
You're
good for you, but I don't want to see you when you're talking that stuff. So we got to hit another break. First, though, this part of the program brought to you by River Region Contracting. And they're at River Region Contracting. Todd Clark and that great team of his are ready to help you out, whether you're looking to you have a problem with your roof.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a tree in it.
Don't go up there on a ladder, whatever you do.
It could be you know for a fact, or it could be you just haven't had an inspection done in a while on that roof of yours, whether it's an asphalt shingle roof or a metal roof. Either needs to be inspected on a regular basis. And the great news with River Region Contracting is their inspections are always free.
That's right.
And their estimates are free. Say they find an issue, they'll write up that estimate for free. And they're insurance specialists, so they can walk you through that claims process, make it a swift and easy experience. And they'll sit down with you, explain exactly what the issue is, exactly how they're going to solve it to your satisfaction. They did this with you, right?
Yep.
With your metal roof.
Yep. And they, after they got back off it, kind of gave me a report. We were able to go over some of the things and even took some pictures with a cell phone. So it wasn't just him describing to me. It's actually, hey, Eddie, this is what I'm looking at. Made perfect sense to me.
So y'all check out River Region Contracting today. There's a big reason a lot of folks say they're the premier roofing contractor in the River Region. That number 356-8635. That's 356-8635. And be sure to tell them that Joey and Eddie and Troy, those fellas on the radio, sent you. We'll be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Hi, it's Jonathan Cotton with the Good Feet Store with another real Good Feet story. Lulinda came to the store having ridden motorcycles across the country her whole life, but pain had crept in. Feet, knees, hips, and back. She told us, I don't even know if I can ride anymore. Lulinda was desperate. This wasn't just about riding. It was about holding on to something that made her feel alive. We began the fitting and she started her test walk. And she just stopped. Then the tears came. I haven't felt this in years, she said. She didn't want to stop walking. 2 weeks later, she popped into the store beaming. She said, I'm doing it. I'm going on my cross-country trip. We'll never forget that moment. Lulinda found her freedom again, and knowing we played a small part in helping her get back on that bike still gives us chills. I'm Jonathan Cotton reminding you that we can help you get back in the saddle at the Good Feet Store. The Good Feet Store is in Montgomery, across from the shops at East Chase.
This is David Ernest from the Health and Wealth Show. We like to cut up and have fun, maybe poke a little fun at some politicians, but we don't take ourselves too seriously. One thing we do take seriously is your personal finances and your plans for retirement. You can tell by listening, we're a little different. Yeah, we like to have a good time on the radio, but we're dead serious about your financial future and helping you achieve your goals. At Ernest Financial, we're committed to giving you the attention you need. We don't treat you like a number. You're way more important to us. At Ernest Financial, it's about helping you today and preparing you for tomorrow. People call us who are on the verge of retirement, and they know they need a plan for the future. No matter where you are in life, Ernest Financial will help guide your every step towards retirement. Give us a call and let us show you what our individual customer attention can do for your future.
Concerned about your retirement? Call David Ernest toll-free at 833-596-7233. That's 833-596-SAFE.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, where over-the-road dump truck drivers are needed right now. Home twice a week and every weekend, must leave early on Sunday with Blue Cross Blue Shield. Call them now at 855-777-9785.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. The air conditioners are going to get another workout today. It's going to be a hot one with a high temperature in the low to mid 90s with the sun and cloud mix today and a little bit more humidity. Low tonight, 68 to 70, and not much change over the weekend. The rain chances through the evening hours tonight will be about 20% or less. Same thing over the weekend. Expect a good bit of weekend sun. The high temperature in the mid-90s on Saturday, low 90s on Sunday and Monday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones. Talk to Soldier Boy. Hey, Soldier Boy, how you doing?
How y'all doing? And your guests too?
Life's good.
Good.
Good. I was talking about AOC. I don't know if did you guys watch a video. This guy was trying to interview her as she was coming off the steps of the house, and she was coming out. I guess it was her boyfriend or something, and he was telling her how much junk she had in her trunk, and her butt was fine and everything. And he kept looking at her. He says, Aren't you going to protect and defend your girlfriend?
Wait, are you talking about primetime 99 Alex Stein, a pimp on a blimp?
Yes, the guy.
Talking about the big booty Latinas?
Yeah, I believe that's him.
Yeah.
Well, he was into it, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, there's a great clip of Alex Stein jokingly debating Charlie Kirk on, Charlie, I know we got to report everybody, but can I keep my big booty Latina girlfriend? We need to save her. If you're a 9, you're fine.
When he called her a big booty Latina, okay, did you notice she didn't get that upset? She kind of took it as a compliment.
Well, yeah.
Watch her body language as a woman. You know women as well as I do. She was taking it, and she's like, looking at her boyfriend, and he's like, aren't you going to defend her or protect her? And he kept talking about it, and I was like,
Yeah, that's, that happened years ago.
To say it. I'm ready to go to Spencer's gift shop in the mall and get rid of my Farrah Fawcett poster off the wall that I had when I was 16 years old and put my AOC poster out.
Okay, man. You can
whatever
floats your boat.
No kink shaming here.
I think AOC. That's right. There's no shame. I hate to say it. I told my friend of mine the other day. I said AOC to me, she's a hot little Latino, big booty Latina. And I said if she could just keep her mouth shut and not say one word,
there's the struggle.
She'd be a perfect one. She'd have to say one damn word, and I was like, "Oh, it ruins my fantasy." There it goes.
Soldier boy, you need to elevate your taste in trolls.
No, troll. She's a good troll.
Okay.
Come on, man. Let's put it this way. She's got a bookshelf butt, okay? You can put trophies on that thing.
She'd wear you. Listen, let me tell you something. A woman like that, you'd be in a lot of trouble, brother.
Thank
you. She'd pap you and slap you.
You seem to have thought about this a good bit.
He's premeditated.
Hey, here's the thing: is I heard rumors are going around. She's going to run for Congress now.
Or she's in Congress, run for president.
Oh, she was running for senator.
Yeah, and she might run for Senate. She might run for president. She's going to definitely run for something, though. That's a lot of her behavior explains.
Yeah.
A lot of the behavior these days explains people running for president.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because I think there are a lot of folks that would just like kind of the sensible, common sense left, like healthcare and working class, like support. And instead, good luck getting through a Democrat primary that way. You have to say the crazy. Hey, maybe we consider that the vast majority of the country, including our opponents, aren't racist. Boo, you're racist.
Yep.
And that's just how it. You have to play to that base.
Well, somebody went through the street and did an interview with her constituents, and she's not that popular in her own damn area.
Nope.
Now, how's she keep winning?
Money and stupid people.
Yep.
It's got to be stupid people. It can't be money. It's got to be stupid people because they kept saying, "What do you think about her? We don't ever see her. We never hear about her."
Well, that's where most of the votes are.
She still exists.
Right. And for either side, by the way, why do you think they put those stupid things in the mail?
Yeah, really.
Because they work.
They do work.
Which is sad.
Well, I noticed one thing lately. I guess people can get a list of people who are active voters, correct?
Yeah, you can buy lists. You can get lists. There's all sorts of data.
Because in the old days, everybody got the same old flyer in their mailbox. Now I notice my neighbor didn't get one. The next two neighbors got one. It's tailored. Exactly.
It's tailored to specific demographics, different groups it's a science. It's statistical. It's called operational research and statistical analysis, ORSA.
And I asked the lady one time about running one of the races, and I said, "How do you do that?" She said, "That's effectively using your money. You're not going to. Why send it to people who are not going to vote for you or not going to vote at all?"
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
We're going to send it. We're just going to send it to people that actually do vote and vote in the primaries in the major races.
Absolutely.
You know? So,
I mean, but if this is the best the Democrats got is AOC, Jasmine Crockett, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, Adam Schiff, Dan Goldman, Jamie Raskin.
Don't forget our friend out in California, Gavin.
Oh, well, I was just thinking of members of Congress.
I'm saying we're going to have a thieves rogue gallery up there for their debates.
They had to create a monthly calendar and then sell it for the people who lost their property and home to California.
Jesus, no.
No, look at March. Omar. Oh my goodness. Ooh, April. Ooh, AOC, baby. Just who needs firemen, man? I got the Democrats. Oh my God.
Well,
I can't see them to have anybody that's going to be worth racing or even running. Nobody. If AOC's the best they got, they're in trouble.
Well, that's where they're at right now.
Yep.
Well, appreciate the call, man. Got to run.
See you, Soldier Boy.
See you, buddy. Have a good weekend.
This entire hour brought to you by Alabama Home Mortgage. And there at Alabama Home Mortgage, Kim Williams and Madeline Cannon are ready to help you out, whether you're looking to buy a home, and you might as well go ahead and get pre-approved.
Yeah, market's changing. We had some interest rate cuts. When they cut again, and they are going to cut again unless something crazy happens, you don't want to be behind the 8 ball. You don't want to be the third, fourth, fifth guy in line behind a house because you didn't take the time to get pre-approved.
Yeah, go ahead, get pre-approved. Then you can start looking because you
Exactly
actually
right.
understand how much you can afford and what you can actually purchase.
Well, and you can also prove to the seller, hey, I can afford to buy the home. Here's the letter from the bank that swears that I can afford to buy this home.
And then, of course, the great folks there at Alabama Home Mortgage will walk with you from pre-approval all the way to closing day. I mean, there's stuff like what? Appraisals, inspections, repairs. Yeah.
Insurance. That's a big
And
thing
that can
too.
all be part of the ongoing negotiation. Right. So, folks, if you're looking for great professionals to guide you through this process, check out Alabama Home Mortgage. They can also help you with a great refinance deal, which I know a lot of y'all have been waiting for interest rates to come
Getting
down.
better.
So y'all check them out today. You can always call them direct at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or you can visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. There is a difference in mortgage companies. Let Kim and Madeline prove that to you today. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Hello, everyone. Robbie Pelt with Capital City Roofing. If you think about it, your home is your biggest investment in life. Your roof covers your home, so why jeopardize your biggest investment on a roofer you don't know anything about when you can deal with a reputable roofing company like Capital City Roofing? We have an A+ Better business rating and the best manufacturers and workmanship warranties available. We do all residential and commercial roofing applications that are certified through the manufacturer to ensure you get the best material and workmanship money can buy. We also have your project in our best interest before and after construction has been done. Don't hesitate to call us if you have any roofing issues or questions. We will match any of our competitors' price and give you the same great workmanship warranty. We also give free estimates. Give us a call today and let us show you the difference. 277-3311. That's 277-3311. Or you can check us out on the web at www.capitalcityroofing.com. Capital City Roofing. We capitalize the roofing industry.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Pestruccelli, General Sales Manager and co-owner of Blue Water Broadcasting. For over 21 years, Blue Water Broadcasting has been a proud part of the River region. We're not just a company, we're your neighbors. Our owners, air staff, account executives, and support team all live right here. We believe in this community, and we stand by our slogan, Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones. Talk to Michael Cohen with Cohen's Electronics and Appliances. Hey, Michael, how you doing today?
Hey, Joey, I'm doing great.
What's the score there today at Cohen's?
Oh man, today it's like 35-0.
Wow.
I got a little story. send our technicians out to work on a rattle in a dryer. He gets out there and, he's him-hawing around. He's looking around. He's having a hard time finding the rattle. Well, by the time he gets it apart, there's 2 gray rat snakes in it.
Oh no.
One of them's all wrapped around one of the parts inside.
Wow.
He tells, and the people live over there behind Grove Park. So it's not like they're in the country or anything.
No.
But he tells them they got a snake in there, and they're like, oh, no. So anyway, he gets it outside, shows it to them, sees they've got all this firewood stacked up from last year on the side of their house. Tells them, he says, you got snakes in here. And they said, no. Well, the son came over, starts moving some of the firewood. They find 4 or 5 gray rat snakes in there.
Yep.
They got 2 of them in the dryer. I mean, they got a whole family there.
Daggone.
But they got no rats. So I mean, there's a positive in there. But
wow.
That's some of the stuff that my technicians go through. And thank God he was a country boy and he could handle it.
What kind of training do you give him for that, Mike?
Well, we sent him to herpetology school.
But
I'm like, oh my God. So anyway.
Well, folks, Cohen's, the difference really is the service. Great products. They can match pricing anywhere else. But of course, they always go the extra mile, even if they find snakes. It ends up being your problem. You can always shop from home at thinkcohens.com or just stop by the Boulevard. I encourage you to stop by in person. 2515 Eastern Boulevard here in Montgomery, open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 on Saturdays. And find Michael and tell him you heard him on the radio at that Joey Clark fella.
That's right. Y'all come see us and tell us that when you heard me, that was the day Eddie was there.
Yeah,
there you
Friday.
go. Then you'll know.
All right. Y'all have a great week.
You too, buddy.
Appreciate it, Michael. Again, 272-9228 if you want to get in on the conversation. Got about a minute or so left here. You're on there. Who's us?
Hi, it's Clint Jr.
Hey, Clint.
I emailed you that Boondock States clip yesterday. I just wanted to make sure you saw it.
Let me check. Yep, got it.
All righty, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Clint. And I have to check that out off air real quick. But I did get it, sir. I did get it. Don't always check my other email. Sometimes just let it build up a little bit.
Yeah.
But we got a whole hour left. We could do some Charlie Kirk stuff. You also just sent me some fascinating stuff.
I know
about
you're
the
into
agency.
that. I know you're into that. And if we get a chance, I'd like to read my op-ed. I think it's going to prep for.
I would like that very much. I think it's an awesome cause, one we've talked about before. And,
and it's getting close. So
awesome. Well, how about this, folks? Let's hit an early break. Final hour coming up. It should be, well, a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Greg Clugston in Washington. The risk of a government shutdown increased today when the Senate rejected a temporary funding bill. Senate has failed to approve that temporary bill. It came after the House had said yes. President Trump is asking the Supreme Court for an emergency order to remove Lisa Cook from the Federal Reserve's Board of Governors. Meanwhile, a federal judge has tossed President Trump's $15 billion defamation lawsuit that he filed against the New York Times. Many conservatives are cheering the FCC chairman's threat to punish ABC over comedian Jimmy Kimmel's comments about the death of Charlie Kirk. But Republican Senator Ted Cruz is not among them. On his latest podcast, Cruz called the FCC threat to ABC dangerous and compared Chairman Brendan Carr to a mafia boss. On Wall Street, the Nasdaq is ahead by 94 points. This is SRN News.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-583-0141. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-583-0141. That's 800-583-0141. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real
Rich
people.
Thomas weather brought to you by Clark Heating, Air and Plumbing. Summer is ending, but the deals are hot at Clark Heating, Air and Plumbing. Just $29 service fee for all your AC and plumbing needs. Better call Clark today. Alabama certification number 09098.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. The air conditioners are going to get another workout today. It's going to be a hot one with a high temperature in the low to mid 90s with the sun and cloud mix today and a little bit more humidity. Low tonight, 68 to 70, and not much change over the weekend. The rain chances through the evening hours tonight will be about 20% or less. Same thing over the weekend. Expect a good bit of weekend sunshine with the high temperature in the low to mid 90s on Saturday and probably low 90s on Sunday and Monday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Ready to borrow smarter this season? Apply online in minutes at yourasdcu.com. Call 334-270-9011 or visit your local branch today.
ASD Credit Union. Your life, your goals, your ASD.
Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
1819 News with Andrea Tice.
Good afternoon. I'm Carl Brady for Andrea Tice. In a call with reporters on Thursday, Senator Tommy Tuberville expressed full support for President Donald Trump's recent decision to classify Antifa as a major terrorist organization. The group, with members scattered across the globe, often resorts to acts of violence and destruction to achieve its goals. Tuberville pointed out that the group is funded with hundreds of millions of dollars from sources worldwide, and many members are paid to be full-time activists and protesters. More news after this.
Some of the greatest blessings is just having people that care about you, to have someone that's just going to love you and make you feel important. They encourage you to be in church. They encourage you to be in prayer. They encourage you to be in your Bible. Now it's a part of my day every day. My house parents planted seeds in me that you can see where those seeds have sprouted in my life and helped change my life.
Big Oak Ranch, a Christian home for children needing a chance.
A local LGBTQ plus activist in Prattville was arrested on Tuesday for chemical endangerment of a child after a naked toddler was found wandering alone in downtown Prattville. Adam Hunt, the president and co-founder of Prattville Pride, was one of 3 people arrested by police in the case. Officials say more charges may be pending. A woman running for the Decatur City Council allegedly lied to voters about having a felony on record in an attempt to mislead them leading up to municipal elections. Sarah French, who is running for the District 4 seat on the council, potentially changed her name following a conviction on the felony. According to the Alabama Attorney General's office, if elected, she is not eligible to serve because of that prior felony conviction. I'm Carl Brady for 1819 News.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number 1 in the number 2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Big news! Phillips Dunn Animal Hospital has a new name. But don't worry, everything you love is still the same. Now they're Pike Road Animal Hospital, still at 5148 Troy Highway, still the same great team you've trusted for years. Same friendly faces, same expert care, just a new name, and still offering boarding, grooming, and doggy daycare. Pike Road Animal Hospital, formerly Phillips Dunn Animal Hospital. New name, same heart. Compassion you know, care that you trust.
Your nightly news begins with Fox 20 News at 9.
We start Fox 20 News at 9 with breaking news.
Putting Montgomery news first. Covering your news from all sides. Fox 20 News at 9 is Montgomery's original 9 p.m. news. Live reports from your community. Don't wait till 10. See what's making news tonight and what you can expect tomorrow. If it's happening in the capital city, it's happening on Fox 20 News at 9. Coverage you can count on.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Again, the TikTok deal is getting done.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Trump and the president of China agreeing to that in a call earlier today. And, I suppose I'm not a TikTok guy.
I don't use TikTok at all. And
I know a lot of people do.
Well, there's a lot of concerns, though, with the security piece of it, but they're trying to get over that, I guess. So.
Let's go to Bob. Hey, Bob.
Joey, I've learned some insightful information recently that helps me understand these blacks we're seeing on Fox that are just imitating his death, Charlie's death, and then one in somewhere in Texas. They said they dismissed her from college there, but anyway, so I have a liberal daughter, and she sent me this post from some guy that I'd never heard of. And she uses that to believe about Charlie Kirk. You know, I heard a while back that he made the statement he wouldn't want to ride on an airplane that was 50% black just because they were trying to go with ratios. He said, I would want the best person to fly that plane, no matter what their color. And I think they have extracted that part about I wouldn't want to ride on a plane with 50% black, and he didn't sell the rest of what he meant. And that's been put out there. And then there's something else a black friend of ours told me that he said about women. Now, I don't know where that was coming from. But what these people are doing, they're reading information that's incorrect that Charlie has not said or not. They're not giving the full story of what he said.
Because they're sensitive, brittle spirits, and they're either dumb or they are, willfully playing dumb to Charlie's actual point.
Absolutely.
Which is when you get rid of a system of like underlying merit and you start considering other factors, that it means quality will go down.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And the intellect goes down when you're having to rely on somebody else to provide you information about anything, that you don't dig it out yourself and get it from the source. But to continue with that, my liberal granddaughter was fired because of a post she made about it. So, I mean, that's close to home.
Wow.
But anyway, yeah, I'm telling you, this real. And I just saw a post on Fox that 2 healthcare workers, I think in New Orleans, were fired because of posts they made about it. So, I don't know. It's just a messed up world when you're having to rely on. And that came out when that shooting of him being shot that they were saying all these people are being fired up over wrong misinformation on the internet, and they've just been told to shoot somebody.
Well, and I think it happens every day. I don't think we could have politics if we didn't have our misinformation and disinformation and all these other things. It's just a shame to see it heightened after that awful thing that happened to Charlie.
It's a shame to have it heightened to the point you could shoot someone without remorse because you did not agree with anything they stood for. Not what they said, because they don't really know what he said, but what he stood for is what they're trying to kill. But, Cardinal Doolin said he's comparable to St. Paul, and that he thought death would just ignite more people to go out and work for his cause. And I've heard others say that. So, hopefully some good will come out of that evil.
Well, amen. I appreciate you, Bob.
Thank you.
Take care, buddy.
And that sets me up perfectly for this clip.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to say this guy's name. Kaizen Aswedu?
Aswedu. Yeah.
And his caption for his own video is Charlie Kirk didn't believe in race.
Okay.
I've tried to make this point. There's another guy, black fella named Camille Foster, writes in libertarian spaces. I like Camille a lot. Camille's great. But he's described himself as a race abolitionist. I've described myself that way. When you say that to most people, they're like, what? What are you talking about? And I mean, and that's fine.
You've got to believe in race.
I'm
real.
In that terms of that belief system. I'm happy to be in the minority for now. I will be happier if more and more folks sort of adopted this approach. But what do I mean by race abolition in practical matters? It should be about as important as your astrological sign.
Sure.
And there's going to be unique cultures, and there's going to be, people can be themselves, communities of people can be themselves. But to map a lot of that stuff in racial terms, what are we in prison? Seriously.
You know that demographics drive every piece of research, every piece of policy. It's about demographic makeup and cuts. So they have to keep that idea of race being every government form. You fill out, Joey, what is your race?
Oh, sure. No, and there's a great old Christopher Hitchens quote about that.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. He made a lot of good quotes.
No, and I bet I could find it here. But
let's hear what.
But this guy, this video where he says Charlie Kirk didn't believe in race, Kaizen Aswedu, he 303,000 likes, 14.5 million people have seen this clip.
Very good. And he says clear thinker on his t-shirt for those of you who can't see it. So let's see what he's saying.
Let's tune into this together. Yeah, see what he's saying.
Is this the guy you're calling a racist?
One thing that white people and black people have different biologically.
Don't change the question officially. DNA-wise, we are different.
No, we're not. That's a lie. It has been disproven. Front page of National Geographic 6 months ago. Racism created by society. Race is a social construct that I want to break out of.
Hold up. He doesn't even believe in race. The Oxford English Dictionary defines racism as prejudice based on race, or the belief that some races are inherently superior. But if Charlie's a racist, why is he arguing race doesn't exist? If he's a white supremacist, doesn't he need race to be real? I mean, you can't be a racial supremacist while arguing racial categories are fake. And wait a sec, race has been used to justify oppressing black people for centuries. So why is the black kid defending racial categories while the white supremacist wants to destroy them? This isn't new for Charlie. He's been saying this for years. And guess what? He's right. Here's the history of race. People always noticed skin color, but it mattered about as much as hair color. Slavery existed everywhere, and it was practiced by every skin color long before race was invented. Then, European colonizers needed justification for enslaving Africans. So, in the 1600s and 1700s, they invented racial hierarchy. The most influential framework came from Johann Blumenbach, a German doctor. He created the racial categories we still use today. Then Georges Cuvier took Blumenbach's categories and ranked them with white on top and black on the bottom. And racists ran with it. But here's the twist. Blumenbach never intended to create racial hierarchy. He was just trying to organize observable human characteristics, kind of like classifying plants. He believed we all have identical intellectual potential. He said differences came from environment and education, not biology, and those differences could evaporate over time. He was a devout Christian who believed we were all made equal. Sound familiar? Charlie Kirk consistently argued against racial categories and got called a racist. Yes, Charlie talked about race sometimes. He knew it was made up, but we live in a racialized culture. To change a culture, you must speak its language, especially when that culture keeps race alive through affirmative action and DEI. But most people never heard him in a long-form interview.
Again, I hate this racialization stuff, but it's true.
Too.
They force the racialization card. For the record, of course, I don't look at people in terms of skin color, but when they start categorizing me and the young men that show up to my events as toxic because they breathe, you force the race card.
I used to think Charlie was just confrontational with college kids for clicks. Then I listened to his full interviews. I realized he was fighting for hearts and minds in the battleground of ideas, and he was winning. That's why he was killed. And the tragic irony, Charlie believed in race less than many of the people calling him racist. We think we know someone from 60-second clips. We mix news with entertainment and call ourselves informed. Yeah. We judge strangers from echo chambers. And that's part of the tragedy. Not just that we lost Charlie, that people can't tell the difference between hate speech and speech they hate. That's right. Fascist, racist. These words have been so overused, they've lost meaning, and it's causing a breakdown in society. I have a video essay coming out on this soon. Subscribe to my Substack so you don't miss it. Link below.
Go follow that.
Yeah, that guy's pretty good.
Yeah, his handle's Clear Thinker. But I can see why that has 300,000 reactions and 14.5 million people have seen it. Well put together. But, you know, I know the left-wing responses because I've tried to share this position. I remember believing this position in college. I remember writing a paper on it. Everybody looked at me like it's three heads, but I was sitting there predicting to their faces, like, the more you continue to racialize things, like, it seems like the game y'all are playing is you want to invert the hierarchy.
Absolutely.
My point is the hierarchy, the point in there, shouldn't have ever existed in the first place.
It's a construct.
That some men are better than others. Some are worse than others, but it's on an individual basis.
That's to say nothing about things like eugenics and other things. So that's a whole different spectrum. If you don't have a construct, then you don't have any of this other garbage. It's peripheral white noise. No pun intended, white noise.
Right. No, and it's just what they would say on the left is, well, being colorblind.
You've never been
is,
black. You've never been Indian.
Colorblind is the new racism. Yeah. You can't just be like not racist. You have to be actively anti-racist. It's what we learned from people like Ibram X. Kendi and Robin DiAngelo and whatnot. You know, and the whole what we have to do is we need present and future discrimination to correct for past discrimination.
Sure. That'll fix everything.
Mm-hmm. And it's a shame. I could see this coming as a young man, and I mean, how do you stop it? How do you even begin?
You know
to
what's
stop
funny?
It?
So in the military, and I'm going to use this as which is people don't realize the military is probably the most socialist organization there is in our United States. Mm-hmm. Free medicine, free food, you know, and you serve the cause. Racism was very real and still is very real in certain elements of the military. But the thoughts is this. When I'm in the field as an infantryman, and I think differently probably than some of the other military occupational specialties, I don't care what color you are. I care whether you're going to stay in position and fight in place, you know, and that's really the truth. I mean, I've served with so many different Puerto Ricans. We have a lot of them. Look, I don't give two hoots about where you're from, what your accent is, or what your color is. What are you proficient with your weapon, or are you ready to fight? And that's really what it boils down to. But not so much in the real world, I guess.
No, but and essentially the way this works now is it's the new socialism. Sure, like if you don't buy into our socialism, then you're a racist.
You're just a racist.
If you don't buy into our redistributive, our essentially our fancy reparation system that we come up
Our
with.
new gerrymandering.
If you don't agree with our understanding that, everybody in prison, the disproportionate amount of black folks in prison is the new Jim Crow. If you don't buy all these arguments you throw out, it's just evidence of your racism. And it's that sort of cutting off the conversation before there's even a conversation, and recapitulating the hierarchies that are the problem in the first place, that you just keep ripping off the scab.
So what you're saying is, if I went back to them and said 72% of the crime in this country is committed by one demographic block and one age group, what would they say? Oh, see there, you're being racist.
Yeah, no, and I could see how somebody could wield that fact and be racist about it, but it is a fact.
No, it's a fact. I'm talking factually. So, are you going to profile? Are you damn right? Yes, we are, because that's where it comes from. And the sooner we address that, and their civilization, and all of our civilization, we want to look at things, Joey, and say, well, no, that can't be that. That can't be true. You're just being prejudiced. You're just being subjective. And the truth is, those numbers don't lie. They're convincing.
And honestly, like, for all the national talk and the national narratives we find ourselves caught up in, I was born and raised in this city.
Mm-hmm.
This is a majority black city.
Sure it is.
I wish my fellow Montgomeryans well.
Sure.
And I think for all the, again, talking national narratives and history and whatnot, regardless of race, the stuff people want on a practical basis is pretty straightforward and the same thing.
It's the same thing.
They want good schools. They want safe streets.
It's true.
They want opportunity in terms of jobs. Think that's about it.
They want
There's other things here or there, like, can you get off my back with my liquor license? But like, in generally speaking, people want the same thing.
They like whitewater. Everybody likes whitewater. What the heck was that? Who put that there? I'm sorry, I couldn't resist on that one.
But yeah, it just sometimes it seems so removed from what could actually be a healthy conversation. But this is the way the world is.
Do you subscribe to the fact that prior to Obama, race really kind of was getting in a pretty good place, I think, in terms of where we were at? There's a lot of scholars that show a demarcation point when it came back in, which is kind of ironic, isn't it? Because he was anything but. He was an elitist. He's a socialist elitist.
He like during that era, you have to say, you ever heard of the name John McWhorter?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, and he professor at Columbia, lifelong Democrat, columnist for the New York Times. He's a linguist.
Yeah, I know he is.
A very, very brilliant guy.
Yeah, he's very smart.
And McWhorter started to break with his own tribe, talking about how, especially after George Floyd, he started reflecting on the Obama era. And his theory was this: say Barack Obama gets elected in the 90s.
Right.
In that media environment.
Okay.
Like the first black president is in 1992.
Okay.
It probably would have been a much more unifying thing, explicitly because of the media environment. Whereas when Barack Obama gets elected in 2008, what is developing? What helped him get elected that first time? Social media. And what do you find on social media? Like as this guy just pointed out in this video, the 60-second clip, and the worst ones being 60-second clips, 30-second clips. You don't have the full context of violent events where people often die.
It's true.
And you could have enough to fill each screen every day, even though it doesn't happen that often in a country of 350 million.
Mm-hmm.
And so it gets people worked up. And it's sort of that use of the sensationalism of social media. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, I think you could also drive the conversation about the actual agenda Obama runs on, but then what he actually implements, especially in the re-election campaign and after.
I could agree with that.
The so-called, I know so many folks who became libertarians who, after they voted for Obama, because they were all down with the hope and change, and they're young, and they're like,
without even really knowing what a true libertarian is.
And then but then they're like, no, all the government sucks.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, there are folks a little bit older than me who grew up and hated Bush's wars. Sure. Hated, the Patriot Act and the heavy-handedness. And then they're like, okay, so I guess I'm a Democrat. And then they vote for Obama and they go, oh crap, we're doing all the same stuff again.
What is this?
And so, I think a lot of people became, young people in particular, became quite cynical and jaded. out of that. It's a shame. I think it is a crying shame. But I think the only way through, if I'm thinking out loud, is the practical issues.
Sure.
The practical issues should be the ones that actually get the job done. Unfortunately, in this day and age, that's not what is rewarded in the political process.
2026 is going to be a seminal watershed event, and I think it's going to be very, very telling.
Well, and I don't think it's slowing down anytime soon with the amount of people joining Turning Point USA, with the amount of people leaving the Democratic Party. You've seen a ridiculous amount of people like online saying, I'm a lifelong Democrat. Because of this, I'm leaving.
People going back to church.
A lot of that.
Yeah.
No, and I feel it personally. And it is heartening to know that a lot of other people feel that fire in their heart. And the question then needs to be, what do we do with it? And I think that's a day by day sort of thing.
I agree.
Day by day, we pray.
Incremental change.
Anyway, we got to hit this break. First, this part of the program brought to you by Montgomery Men's Health. And they're at Montgomery Men's Health. They're ready to help you fellas out, especially if you don't feel yourself and you're getting in your 50s or 60s and you're like, wow, I'm just getting older. Wrong. I mean, you are getting older, but wrong. It doesn't mean you have to feel
That's
that
exactly
way.
right. You don't have to feel that way.
Well, stop being so wrong in your middle age. Oh, I'm a man. I don't need to go to the doctor. I'm a man. I'm supposed to fall asleep after lunch. I'm a man. I'm supposed to get fat around the middle. I'm a man. Like, stop that. Get by Montgomery Men's Health instead. No guesswork, no gimmicks. They're not going to throw a bunch of generic stuff at you. No, they're going to do a tailored solution specific to your body and goals. And of course, they can do a testosterone test.
That's right.
Consultation, including blood work's just $99. You also get a PSA score out of that. Great marker for prostate health.
Deal.
And, well, results before you leave. Guys, you only got one life. Procrastination's only going to make this worse. And hey, you don't have to be 40 or 50. You can be in your 20s or 30s and feel like crap. It might very well be low T. Call them up today at 440-3663. That's 440-3663. Or visit MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com to book your appointment today. When we come back, I'd like you to read that.
Yes, I would, if you don't mind.
We'll be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. At PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
Hi, it's Jonathan Cotton with the Good Feet Store. Summer is winding down and fall is fast approaching. Kids head back to school, routines become more structured, and we dive back into our busy schedules. Those busy schedules can be tough on our feet, but they don't have to be. At the Good Feet Store, our arch supports are designed to make any season comfortable by fitting into your favorite seasonal shoes. Good Feet arch supports provide the stability your feet need, supporting all four arches and helping to alleviate pain in your feet, knees, hips, and back. Whether you're getting back to work, running errands, or navigating to the kids' sports activities, Good Feet arch supports have got you covered. Stop in your local Good Feet store today or make an appointment at goodfeet.com. The Good Feet store is in Montgomery, across from the shops at East Chase. Visit goodfeet.com to book your appointment today or just stop by. I'm Jonathan Cotton, and we look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
This is David Ernest from the Health and Wealth Show. We like to cut up and have fun, maybe poke a little fun at some politicians. but we don't take ourselves too seriously. One thing we do take seriously is your personal finances and your plans for retirement. You can tell by listening, we're a little different. Yeah, we like to have a good time on the radio, but we're dead serious about your financial future and helping you achieve your goals. At Earnest Financial, we're committed to giving you the attention you need. We don't treat you like a number. You're way more important to us. At Earnest Financial, it's about helping you today and preparing you for tomorrow. People call us who are on the verge of retirement, and they know they need a plan for the future. No matter where you are in life, Earnest Financial will help guide your every step towards retirement. Give us a call and let us show you what our individual customer attention can do for your future.
Concerned about your retirement? Call David Earnest toll-free at 833-596-7233. That's 833-596-SAFE.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED and low T can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 334-440-3663. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at montgomerymenshealth.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, low T, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic workouts and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 334-440-3663 or book in 30 seconds or less at montgomerymenshealth.com. Montgomery Men's Health, making it happen.
At Guardian Credit Union, it's not just about the dollars and cents. It's about relationships. If you want it, so do we. Need more adventure? So do we! Look forward to escaping the ordinary?
So do we.
Want to sharpen your skills in the kitchen?
So do we.
Want your kid to stick with music lessons?
So do we.
I think they got it, guys.
So do we.
Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. NMLS 912757.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this. Listen close. You get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. The air conditioners are going to get another workout today. It's going to be a hot one with a high temperature in the low to mid 90s with the sun and cloud mix today and a little bit more humidity. Low tonight, 68 to 70, and not much change over the weekend. The rain chances through the evening hours tonight will be about 20% or less. Same thing over the weekend. Expect a good bit of weekend sunshine with the high temperature in the low to mid 90s on Saturday and probably low 90s on Sunday and Monday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. And now, as I was hoping, I want to give the floor over to my guest here today, Troy Carrico, and he's going to read a little something.
Thank you. This is coming out in Sunday's publication of 1819 News. And I think we're going to follow up later, maybe in a couple of weeks, with a show with this individual and Bull Gerfen from the U.S. Marine Corps on it. It's about an individual we talked about last week, but I think this is going to capture everything that needs to happen to make this happen. Honor overdue. Award Major James Capers Jr. the Medal of Honor he earned in blood and fire. Attention to orders, America. It's time of bureaucratic paralysis and cultural confusion. There's still warriors who show us what courage really looks like. Chief among them, Major James Capers Jr., United States Marine Corps retired, a Marine Special Forces Force Recon legend whose valor in Vietnam belongs in the pantheon of Marine heroes. For too long, this warrior has been denied the Congressional Medal of Honor, our nation's highest recognition of valor. It's time to cut through the red tape, silence the doubters, and give this man his due. Anything less dishonors every patriot who ever bled for Old Glory. The Battle of Phu Loc in 1967, a newly battlefield commissioned, I'll say that again, he received a battlefield commission. He was a sergeant, and he was promoted on the spot to second lieutenant in Vietnam. James Capers led Team Broadminded, a 9-man force recon unit deep into enemy-held jungles at Phu Loc, a territory swarming with entrenched North Vietnamese Army regimental regulars and headquarters, hundreds, if not thousands strong. 9 men total. After 3 days of combat operations against the regiment, in which he killed over 20 of the enemy and marked assault routes, Capers was ordered to retrace the same ground. Against his better judgment, he obeyed. Go back into the crucible again. The team was ambushed this time. Claymores, mines detonated, bullets ripped flesh, and every Marine was hit. King Capers' war dog was killed instantly. Capers' abdomen was torn open and his legs were shredded by shrapnel, but he stayed in command, calling in airstrikes and artillery within 50 meters of his position. Wow. We call that danger close. He ordered his assistant patrol leader to evacuate the most seriously wounded Marines while he personally led a 3-man counter assault, following rifles, grenades, and sheer willpower until the enemy broke and ran. As his men reached the helicopter landing zone, the enemy attacked again. Capers fought on, first with his rifle, then with his pistol, and when his ammo was gone, until he collapsed. Marines dragged him onto the helicopter, but when the overloaded aircraft struggled to get off, James tried to jump off and save his team, saying, "Leave me behind, I'll fight, get my Marines out of here." He had to be physically restrained by the crew chief to keep him aboard. They ended up throwing extra gear out so it could get off. Every single one of the Marines survived, and they said that they all owed their lives to Capers' courage and leadership. Major General Bruno Hotchmuth, Capers' division commanding general from the Marines, visited him at a hospital and told Capers that the Marines were going to nominate him for the Congressional Medal of Honor. But sadly, when Hotchmuth was killed in a helicopter crash right after that, the Medal of Honor recommendation was lost in decades of bureaucratic bungling. The fight continues. Today, 47 senators and representatives have written to the president about Capers, as have dozens, if not hundreds, of senior enlisted leaders from all branches of the armed forces. A few generals have pressed the case. U.S. Representative Ralph Norman, Republican of South Carolina, secured a House amendment to the National Defense Authorization Act, the NDAA, authorizing Trump to be awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor. While U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham introduced a matching Senate amendment, these amendments must stay in for the final draft of the NDAA. However, even that won't provide the president the authorization to secure that blue ribbon around Capers' neck until the first quarter of 2026. Keep in mind now, this man's 89. He's still alive. 80, I think he's 89. Yeah, 89. If Secretary of War Pete Hegseth could fast track a standalone bill, however, then the president could award Capers the Medal of Honor by November 10th, 2025, which coincidentally is the Marine Corps' 250th anniversary. Perfect timing for a Marine who is so deserving. Bigger than one man. Capers represents the essence of a warrior who honorably served the Corps. He joined for the country he loves. A son of a sharecropper in Bishop Hill, South Carolina, rising from humble beginnings to a trailblazer in the Special Forces community. His story is pure American exceptionalism. His platoon sergeant, Ron Yerman, put it best. Major Capers doesn't deserve the Medal of Honor. He's already earned it twice over in my mind. He's right. The Marine Corps senior leadership, active and retired, starting with the Commandant, must step up. The duty is clear. Push this through while he's still with us. The Secretary of the Navy should be asking hard questions about failed processes and policy flaws in personnel in its award procedures. Critics may whine about revisionist history or politics. That's smoke and mirrors. This is about righting a wrong. Awarding capers with the Medal of Honor sends a thunderclap message. Valor knows no race, no color, no era, no expiration date. It's a rebuke to those who would tear down our statues and try to rewrite our history. I've seen combat in Baghdad to Bagram and in places where chaos reigned and the crucible of death and steel met flesh. I've earned my own scars and my own awards and decorations. But what I face pales besides Bonet's laid beside capers. He fought wounded, nearly bleeding out, and still led assaults that saved every man on his team. His valor stands shoulder to shoulder with legends like Audie Murphy, Dan Daly, and Smedley Butler. How does this involve you as an Alabamian? 2 reasons. Most importantly, Capers is not a Vietnam hero, not a black hero, not a Democrat or a Republican hero. He's an American hero, worthy of our Medal of Honor. It's our duty as Alabamians and Americans to make sure our Congress knows that. Secondly, Alabamian Senator Tuberville serves as the chair of the Senate Armed Forces Committee selections for Subcommittee on Personnel. So he plays a major role with Capers' Medal of Honor. He's the gatekeeper, if you will. The reader must judge. Check out this Medal of Honor comparison chart and see if you agree with there being no more worthy warrior and no more deserving American. And I attached that chart on there and a letter to the President of the United States from Sergeant Major Battaglia, which is absolutely incredibly written. And this man, we need to honor this man while he's still alive, Joey. Thank you.
Well said. Well put. And he does deserve that. He deserved that years ago.
Yeah.
So I appreciate the effort of everybody because it's going to take a bunch of folks at different levels.
I'll tell you, brother, it's been an uphill battle, and I'm just honored that the crayon eaters, as I call the Marines, are letting me be part of it, and we're going to get this done.
It's good to hear that Tuberville is it's a good gatekeeper to have on this.
No, he's the man for it.
As much as I could make fun of Lindsey Graham,
Graham,
Lindsey is being strong on this. Good to hear. I think you mentioned to me we don't have to get much detail. Yep. Senator Brett is also helping in on this.
Yep, she is part of it.
So I appreciate all them, and I imagine much of our congressional delegations down with this.
I think that that's not the problem.
Even the ones we have differences with. I think, and that's the thing. You have that story you just read. It's hard to believe he survived. And not just survived, had his wits about him. And his concern was still for everybody else.
It really was.
It was true leadership.
And when he tried to jump off the helicopter, he was ready to die for his people. And the greatest of these things are love, right? He loved them so much. So
amen. 272-9228 if you want to get in on the conversation. 334-272-9228. You might already know, but members of the Montgomery City Council passed the largest budget in city history for fiscal year 2026 on Tuesday of this week.
Really?
However, a push by some on the city council to have more input on how fallout or leftover funds from the almost complete fiscal year 2025 budget failed. The effort was opposed by Montgomery Mayor Stephen Reed, who said in a statement on Tuesday, quote, "I created discretionary funding for city council members because I believed it was important for them to have tools to meet the needs of their districts. But we must be responsible with taxpayer dollars. The idea of several $1 million in new discretionary spending was never raised in budget hearings where these conversations belong. We cannot compromise the city's reserves, bond rating, or financial stability for requests that were not planned for. Our job is to manage public resources in a way that protects Montgomery's future." Montgomery City Councilman Ed Grimes defended his proposal as a good government measure in a recent interview with 1819 News. Ed also talked to me on Monday, and we went over this, but bears repeating. Ed Grimes told 1819 News, quote, "I wanted the city council to have a say in where that money went, whether we got any of it or not. I wanted to have a say in what we did. We moved $114 million of what they call unspent money, fallout money, into a special projects account. And we've had no money into where the money was spent, none at all. In the days gone by, they've always voted it this way, amended the previous year in the new one. But until recent years, they've been more fully staffed. They just didn't have millions and millions of dollars unspent. I think that's a twofold problem. With inflation, sales tax income has probably gone up 2 or 3% just due to inflation, and we've just been way short in certain departments. We have loved to see more money going to road paving and those sorts of things. Grimes continues saying, we never knew where any of that project money went until the last meeting. The chief financial officer gave somebody on the council a list of $50 million that they spent in 2024. Nobody had time to review where that money went or where it didn't go. We have no input on where that money goes. I understand a lot of it is deferred maintenance on buildings, roofs, and equipment that's needed, those sorts of things. But we would like to have input. I think to be good government, we need to have input in that. And I mean, Ed Grimes predicted that the question over would the council have a say in leftover funds would be kicked to a meeting in the future, realizing they didn't have the votes at that moment.
Sure.
But I think it kind of makes common sense to me. And it really, this is more, this is strictly a political thing. It's a push-pull between the mayor's office and the council.
I get that.
If you are a member of the council, I could see why, hey, we want a cut of the unspent money.
Sure.
It shouldn't just be at the mayor's discretion. I can see why the mayor says, no, I like my discretion.
I think everything needs to be transparent at the very least, right? And what's going on. So, yeah.
So that's going on. But the largest budget in Montgomery history. Oh, look who's in the studio.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Our sister. Hello.
How's it going?
You tell us.
I almost called you
Well,
Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. This is a Pugsley shirt, though.
Pugsley?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, her brother wears this shirt.
You're right.
Or Marceau Massot. The mime.
You're right.
The French mime.
I will
Our French
sit
mime.
here silently then.
No, you do
Just
not.
read my face.
I haven't watched any of that new Wednesday series.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
I've heard,
But
I heard it's
I
pretty
do
twisted.
know.
I've heard it's pretty twisted.
Really?
I heard it's good.
My
Yeah.
mom enjoyed it, I guess, and I have several friends who enjoyed it, but I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. Like I've heard about these
If
Netflix
I'm gonna
shows.
watch spooky stuff, it's gonna scare the pants
Right.
off me.
Yeah, and I never got into Stranger Things. Like
I did watch several seasons of Stranger Things because the '80s music and
Okay.
whole
It's so
vibe
thematic,
was
yeah.
so good,
So familiar.
so good.
Yeah, like what is there? It made a bunch of people who play guitar. It became a viral thing where they're learning Master of Puppets by Metallica. Yeah. By the
Rediscovering
way, one of my favorite Prince stories, a guy named Adam, who was an engineer and sound engineer, toured with him a lot. And one day they go back there and Prince is, he's always in some fancy getup. Yeah. He's in hair and makeup. While he's in the chair, he's got a guitar hooked into a little amp. And just while they're doing him up, he's just sitting there playing Master of Puppets by Metallica. Because he knew the guy who he's touring with used to work with Metallica. And it's just like stuff like that. That's cool. That's fun. And especially, you can't hear a song for the first time again. But that's one of those songs like you hadn't heard in a while, or if you can think back to the first time hearing it. Oh my God.
I was into Slayer. I loved Slayer, man.
Slayer's heavy.
They were bad.
Heavy.
That doesn't surprise
Then
me.
I got into a lot of, I
I
get
hear
the
I
Melvins.
hear my fair share of
Really?
Slayer.
The Melvins, man. I just like sludge pot, pothead rock.
Yeah, I've been trying to think like what's been popping up on my
What
random
we should do? What's in your
playlist.
player? We should ask. What,
Well,
what
I'm
do
not
you
going to
listen
play everything
No, just
because
Do you have Spotify?
no, I use YouTube Music.
I use
I mean,
Spotify.
I like Spotify has a list that's called on repeat that literally compiles everything that you listen to the most.
Yeah, I'm looking at my replay mix right now.
Yeah,
and a lot of it's like what do they call it?
What
retro wave music
Yeah.
or synth wave
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But there's a few others that are out there. But I kind of like the instrumental music in the morning.
I noticed that.
That's good stuff right
That's
there.
good for you.
Oh, and by the way, this morning, random playlist, it comes up a classic rock song that I was like, it just hit right this morning.
What was it?
Separate Ways by Journey.
Oh yeah, listen. Have you
like
have
that
you-
synth in it is
Have
nasty.
you heard the metal on corridor of covers on XM Liquid Metal? There's a band from Sweden that does it, and they're a metal band. I think it's Amon Aroth, and they nail it, man. It's like the guy's vocals are incredible, and the synthesizer. I'll have to send it to you. You'll like it, man.
Do you like
Journey.
Acid Bath?
Yes, I love Acid Bath.
Do you know where they're
Covers.
playing in March?
Birmingham, ain't they?
The Caverns in Pelham, Tennessee.
Yes. Listen, I saw the Silver G's there. Oh my God, I love that place. Yeah.
Insane.
And then I'll tell you who else is Sabaton's coming to Birmingham in October this year coming up. So yeah, I'm gonna go see him. I'm into metal. I like metal. You know who I was listening to on the way in? The Circle Jerks, which is they're kind of a punk band from Making the Bombs. He's talking about making depleted uranium and
Have you ever heard of Percolate?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I listen to them in the gym when I
Really?
lift
That's
weights.
pretty motivational.
Oh,
That's
it
pretty
is.
motivational.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's fun.
No, I'm looking for one that came up and that like just hit right. It's an instrumental.
Yeah.
Paul Gilbert. He's one of the great guitarists that's out there. And it's just instrumental the whole time.
Like Joe Satriani.
Oh yeah, you'd hear him in a second.
I tell you.
Be on the riff, like actually shredding and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
This feels like a Guitar Hero worthy song.
Anyway, that's Curse of the Castle Dragon by Paul Gilbert.
Nice.
And it's a great jam. I like his stuff.
I have been on a Fleetwood Mac kick so hard for like the last 2 months.
Interesting.
Yes.
What have you
I don't know
discovered
why.
about it now?
Well, I
Rediscover. What about just Stevie Nicks?
Yeah, just
She's
yes.
a talent.
Yeah.
Voice, yeah.
Just singing along with it.
That's cool.
Because sometimes I just need to be able to belt out what I'm listening to in the car.
There you go. There you go. Anyway, we got to hit a break. Be right back after this.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
This is Jonathan with Oswalt's Apparel and Footwear in Prattville. With all that's changed in the last decade, I really thought that radio advertising was dead, but I was wrong. We opened our store during the pandemic, and we wouldn't have been near as successful without advertising on Blue Water. Practically every day, someone comes in for the first time and tells us they heard about Oswalt's on the radio. I highly recommend advertising with Blue Water.
Radio reaches over 90% of everyone in the river region. Shouldn't your ads be out there where your customers are? Call us to find out more. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/free and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/free. openphone.com/FREE.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Don't miss the CAFCO Warehouse Sale. 2 days only, Thursday and Friday, September 25th and 26th, 8 till 5. Visit our sale location on the Wetumpka Highway for incredible savings on home decor, floral arrangements, seasonal items, including Christmas trees, wreaths, ornaments, and much, much more. After you shop the warehouse sale, be sure to stop by the CAFCO Outlet store for even more savings. Huge savings at 2 locations, 2 days only. CAFCO Outlet and the CAFCO Warehouse Sale, Thursday and Friday, September 25th and 26th, 8 till 5.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number 1 in the number 2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Live, local talk. The River Region's most trusted voice for news and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones and talk to Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. Hey, Ray, how you doing?
Hey, I got a song for y'all.
All right.
It's write it down. You got to Google it. The Lovely Band. These Are My Friends.
The Lovely Band. These Are My Friends.
Okay.
Found
that
it.
could be your theme song for this. It's great. Yeah. Ron turned me on to that song, and I'll send it to my buddies every now and then. But that could be your theme song. Yeah. Or for Prattville Carpet, if we had a theme song, that could do it for Prattville Carpet.
There you
Except
go.
I don't have a radio in the store. Yeah, I tried that one time, bringing a radio in the store, and Dad immediately took him through it out in the parking lot. He's so old school. I gotta love him.
Can't be listening to music while we're working.
I gotta listen to music all
I'm
day
trying to
long.
listen to talk radio. Yeah, I could. I'm not
That's
me. I'm
funny,
not a
that's
music
funny.
person. Drives Angie nuts. I listen to talk radio or nothing. I either want to hear y'all talking or I don't want to hear anything in the truck. And we're going along with trip about 4 hours in, and she's like, I can't stand anymore. And then she turns on the radio.
There you go.
That's our life.
There you go.
Hey, if y'all need a floor, call us 285-8117. If you need it, Mark, I know you're listening. Come on and go to church with me Sunday.
Call him out.
He can't,
I love it.
yeah, he
I
can't
love it.
talk back because he's at home right now.
I love
Guys, y'all have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget that we are open tomorrow 9 to 2. And if y'all do need a floor, call us.
Appreciate you, Ray.
Guys, have a great weekend.
You too.
You too.
Again, that number 285-8117. Be sure to tell him you heard Ray Bowles on the radio here with that Joey Clark fella and the gang. So did we learn anything? Learn anything today?
I tried not to learn anything today.
Yeah,
My
it
brain's
was-
at capacity. It's in weekend mode.
I learned that perhaps the selector switch for our weapon system it was set to the wrong setting. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure Joey's selector switch after a weekend of you know why he reminded me of Unhinged Guy on Grok, like right. So that's butt, man. But you had a good today. You've been very well behaved.
I've been trying. Let's go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
Oh, this is Clark.
Yeah, Clark.
Talking about first time you heard a song
Mhm.
and it triggered me. Beirut, Lebanon, 1983. Sitting in an OP watching a firefight that's been going on for a couple of days, and I've been up there way too long. Can I borrow the tape with the top 40 countdown that Barry sent you? Yeah, man, go ahead. I put the headset on. David Allen Coe. First time I ever heard The Ride. I'm watching tracers go across the sky, rockets, artillery, the whole 9 yards. And David Allen Coe said, "This is where you get off, boy."
Right.
I'm going back to Alabama.
Long way to Montgomery, boy. That's right. Good one. That's a good one.
The whole world called me Hank. I got chill bumps when I heard it, and I just got them saying it.
You like David Allen Coe?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, let me ask you this. A quiz for you guys. Where's he from?
Oh, I don't know.
Don't say Texas. Everybody says, no, not Texas. By way of Texas. He was born. He went in prison. Johnny Cash found him at the county prison there.
Huh.
He's from Akron, Ohio.
Really?
Oh, wow.
I know. No, but little known fact. He's in Akron, Ohio. He was in prison, and that's where Johnny found him at. Long before Rodriguez stole that goat.
There you go.
My favorite song by his is not one that they would
No,
play
no,
on
it's
the
on the
radio.
X-rated album.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's called Coffee.
Well, that one's good, and also the girl with Clarence Thomas. What's her name? The girl.
Oh, Anita Hill. Yeah.
F. Benita Hill. She says.
Mona Lisa lost her smile.
That's right. Good man. A great story. Thank you for your service, brother.
Appreciate it, Clark.
Hoorah.
Hoorah.
And we're pretty much out of time here, so y'all stay tuned. It's the Friday edition of Happy Hour coming up. Y'all have any special guests?
Well, Eddie just called me, so I better call him back. He's probably on his way here trying to figure out what he wants to eat.
Yeah, I know. He's always thinking about food.
Yeah.
Well, y'all stay tuned. Should be fun.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Craig Clugston in Washington. The federal government is a step closer to a potential